Welcome everybody to Time Theft Today. Welcome back, Maddie. How are you feeling
I'm feeling okay.
today?
I so I've honestly been feeling pretty fucking horrible for the past 2 weeks. I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better, and I wasn't really sure why. But actually, just before this stream started, I was thinking about the fact that we've had horrible tech issues for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that they're the same problem. Is that my computer mana has been low, and I'm a robot girl, and so obviously that would also affect my health, which
Mm-hmm.
of course it would. So I had this idea, and I didn't after last stream. I believe it was Corian, uh, chat regular chatter here, and also that sent me a post on Tumblr about um, you know what? Let me find it really quick because it was really good. Um, and let me just read it. A little tiny story time. Okay. Um, Energy policy would be much better if we still had a traditional animal of sacrifice. I think people would be way more chill about nuclear energy if they could see a large and proud bull being ritually sacrificed every month or so at the base of the cooling towers to help to keep the plant safe. So someone responded, apparently in the text, and someone else was like, "This needs to be a post." So when I was in schooling for power plant work, my applied electrical theory instructor told us about this thing his crew had called the load toad, who was a totemic frog statue that was long ago bought for the plant and was displayed over the switchboard for all the distributed loads, hence the name. Apparently, the load toad was a force everyone in the electrical division sincerely believed needed to be appeased. And the ritual for doing so involved the blood of a virgin, easy to get in a nuclear power plant, to be honest, and chicken bones. You'd burn the bones in a burning bowl after splashing them with virginal sacrifice. Anyways, apparently one time they got a new head who was either devout Methodist or Mormon, I forget. And he made them stop like all that with firing threats and criminal threats too. And then every day for a month, 4 loads would randomly, inexplicably fail. At first, he blamed the men for acting out the toad's vengeance, but after babysitting down in the pit himself, he could see that all failures were borderline miraculous and impossible to anticipate. So, without admitting his wrong, he just threw a KFC bucket full of bones into the break room curtly said, "Just make it stop." Moral of the story: I actually agree with the sentiment.
Oh my God. So this begs me to ask. I'm sure you're familiar with rubber duck debugging, right?
Yes, totally.
So for those who don't know, it's a programming practice that if you are really stuck and you can't figure out what's going on with a bug, you just explain what you're working on to a rubber duck to mimic the social experience of the fact that it for most people it helps you to solve a problem to figure out how you're going to explain it to another person.
Right.
So this makes me ask, like, is rubber duck debugging some kind of totemic
Oh, wow. Yeah.
computer mana ritual as
Okay.
well?
That's a really good idea because basically what I was going to say is, and I didn't do it because apparently my computer mana being low has affected my health in a pretty dire way, is that I want to do a ritual in my computer. So what I'm thinking is, um, I have this is the rig. Like, I don't know if you guys really know. Like, this is where all of it happens. Um, is this rig that I built. Um, and so I think that we should do a ritual. I'm not a virgin, but I think that part is bullshit. I think the more sex I've had probably will help the blood.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about literally putting something in there and pricking my finger to give it a little blood sacrifice. So I didn't get this together, but I think that is going to be an important part of fixing the computer mana problem. I like the idea of a rubber duck being the totem. That could be something. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd love suggestions for photo suggested dirt. There was more to that suggestion, and I don't remember all of it, but I remember that they said dirt. Not slashing my palm. We've been
I
watching.
hate that stuff. That stuff's so yucky in movies.
Well, it just pisses me off.
Yucky.
It just pisses me off as a person who is like, I don't know, like you got to use your palm. Me and my spouse Megan, BP money in the chat. We've been rewatching Stranger Things with my Metamor, and like they always do that in action movies where they're like, we have to appease the spirit and we need a blood sacrifice. They're like, they just needed blood to like attract the demon or whatever. And they cut their fucking palms open, and it's like, motherfucker, you have to use that. You gotta go fight a Demogorgon after this. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You need to use those.
That shit would hurt so bad.
Yes.
And that's not even the best place to get some blood either.
No. It's gonna you might pass. I mean, the thing is your hands bleed a lot. Like it could be dangerous how much you bleed from that. Like from a big cut like that.
It would keep opening up from the movement.
There's so many things that are wrong with it. So yeah.
But it's really easy to hide a little packet and do a little trick with practical effects. So
yeah. Just like do it on like, I don't know. I think like do it on your leg. Like anything. Like why do you anyway. But yeah, I think I should do a little blood sacrifice. I thought about I have a lot of bones. I could give it a bone. So I don't know, but suggestions are appreciated because I think I want to do a little ritual sacrifice because I totally I totally believe in this shit. Like it doesn't matter if that story is true, and I think that's kind of why I really like that story. Is it literally does not matter if that story is true. It's like so much how we think about and how brains work that shit works. Like it doesn't matter if that teacher, like I totally believe this teacher told that story, right? Like, I mean, it's possible they just made it up, but to me, it's like,
well, the fantastical part about it is a boss admitting they were wrong.
Right.
You would have to do some kind of coercive zombification spell to make a boss admit that they were wrong. But other than that,
yeah.
I'll integrate it into my belief system.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to do a ritual in my computer and have a totem in my computer and give it blood. So I don't know.
Well, I'm sure we must have some viewers who practice magic.
That's true. Yeah.
J Squared, my friend who is making me watch One Piece, even though I haven't done that in months.
We should do that again. That was fun.
Yeah, she does a lot of magic stuff and is pretty studied on it. Honestly, it'd be kind of fun to have somebody on the stream to teach us about magic stuff. I've done some sigils and I've done some like curse magic, which you're not supposed to do because it comes back to you in 3, blah blah. You'll
do it anyway. Online. Like
I don't care. But this does also beg the question of you're having this short, acute, but very severe case of computer mana leakage.
Right.
I've my shit's been messed up my whole life. Like I've iPods, off-brand iPods, $1,000 gaming laptops, all kinds of different shit.
The things you've told me that you told me that a fucking driver update bricked your fucking computer once. That's crazy. Like, that's a thing that, like, it happens, right? Like, crazy shit like that happens. But the fact that happened to you along with all of the other crazy shit is just wild.
Yeah, we always said in my house that I had some kind of force field, and I believe it. I've had better luck lately, but something is wrong that needs to be righted. And so maybe in my case, we need some kind of purification ritual.
Yeah, there's some. I think I feel like I don't really practice magic, so I feel like I could maybe do something for my computer, but to cleanse your demon that inhabits you is a much bigger project. You need somebody, from the
Yeah.
Vatican.
Yeah, we need healing. Yeah. So I'm sure there's a lot of leaving rocks out in the moonlight or the sunlight, things like that. I'm by a very large water source. We can figure this out. So anybody who does have any magic expertise, hit us up. It's always something I've wanted to learn more about anyway. So
Yeah, I
can
think
pick your
chaos
computer
magic in
mana.
particular is really cool, but I've never really looked into it very much. The thing that I've been thinking about kind of wanting to get for my computer is a computer angel. Have you ever have you ever
Oh,
seen
we sold
this?
these at Hallmark. We sold these at Hallmark when I worked there.
Wait,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god, that's wild. I didn't know that they were that.
Yeah.
I thought this was just something somebody made. Like I didn't realize
Oh
these are.
no. This is at tchotchke shops all over, the greater Cleveland area at least.
I need to find an actual one then cuz I love these. I've loved these things so much. I think they're very important. They're and it's of my culture. So I don't feel
Mhm.
bad. That's one thing is I don't we've talked about culture I said this when we talked about culture where it's it white people appropriating culture because they've been indoctrinated into whiteness or whatever, and so they don't feel like they have a culture. That doesn't give me an excuse to appropriate, but Christianity and Catholicism are my culture. I have so much generational trauma from that shit, even though I didn't I grew up ex-Catholic, but I have so much generational trauma. I could do whatever I want with Catholicism. So
Well, plus also like fuck it, like anybody can appropriate a religion
yeah,
that's
that's
been like
true.
forced on 90% of the world. And I just
Absolutely.
love, we talked about this before. I love misappropriating Christian tropes like you're an anime writer who
Mm-hmm.
like looked up angels on Wikipedia once and thought it sounded cool. Like
Yeah.
it's the disrespect that Christianity deserves.
Yeah.
And that's like institutional Christianity, like
Right.
if you're like, a socialist, like Jesus was a socialist and so am I type of
Right.
person, like that's great.
Yeah.
But any institution of Christianity, like
Yeah.
fuck it.
Fuck the Catholic
Most
Church. Like,
most.
come on.
Yes.
You can't. There's
Yeah.
no. There's no. I do really like this piece of art that came up on this search.
Oh, that's really cute.
Right.
Like it's clearly from like a long time ago, but it's also something that someone on Tumblr could have made
No, I think this
any
is. I think
day.
this is. No, this is from 2023. This is.
Oh, okay.
It's clear. I think it's inspired by. Yeah, this is cryptozoology with a V instead of a. Very cool.
Cool.
But anyway, I think that stuff is very gender though, which is part of the reason I brought it up. Oh,
Yes, technology gender.
yeah, Trans Peaks. There's been a whole Chapel Roan wore a nun outfit, and people are mad about it, and it's very funny to me.
I can't believe people like fall for it every time. Like, is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
1989 like Madonna Like a Prayer music video? Like what?
I feel like it's gotten worse. Like not that specifically, but that's so much the like. I saw the word Christophobia on Twitter this week or last, since the last show, and it hurt me.
Like
It
yeah, I
hurt me.
am scared of Christianity. It caused
Yeah,
trauma to my
yeah.
body and life. Like what are you
My
talking
whole
about? Yes.
family, my both
Yeah.
sides, bitch. Like,
Yeah. Everybody, like all of my close friends, like, like my closeted Sunday school teacher whose whole family exploded when he came out. Like it's
yeah.
who's like a family friend. Like what? Yeah, we're scared of the traumatic force that caused the crusades. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Jesus.
that is like the like pillar that is at the center of the rise of right-wing fascism right now. Like, fuck you, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, every single fucking post lefty trad cath person who is just like, well, we need
It's
meaning
really
and
wild.
beauty in our lives, so I'm gonna just ignore everything this whole church did because they really went off with the little beads.
And they did. But that doesn't that doesn't mean they really went off with a lot of things, but that doesn't mean it's,
Yeah, it's because it was this totalitizing social force that swallowed up every single like
Yeah.
artist, scholar, person, like any person who was doing any kind of creative or intellectual labor had to do it through the church. So
Do,
yeah,
do you believe the
they went
thing?
off.
Do you believe the thing about oh my god, my nouns the big famous ceiling.
The Sistine
The
Chapel.
Sistine Chapel. Can you believe a cisgender teenager did that? Anyway, about who did Da Vinci, right? He did the Sistine Chapel
Yeah.
ceiling. Um, that it's a big brain, and it's
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen that in enough psychology textbooks that I'm like, sure, I absorbed that pareidolia.
I
Like the
really
shape is so accurate, and they did like Michelangelo. That's who it was.
yeah,
And I think artists from that time period they studied like anatomy.
a
So
lot, yeah.
I, yeah,
So he would have known what a brain looked like. Unlike most people at that time wouldn't have really known what a
yeah,
brain looked like, but that motherfucker probably did. Um
right,
uh
yeah. And he put all kinds of little Easter eggs in that art. Like he obviously put in lots of gay shit, and he put in like a little dig at some higher up church official that he hated. Like he put that guy in there in like a compromising position. So um
do you think we're
seems
going to
very
get
likely.
banned cuz we have a penis on the screen right now?
It's artistic, and it's so small. It's so small and intellectual.
An intellectual, yeah. Yeah. Us trans women need to be on that tip.
Yes.
Anyway, so we were pivoting to gender mood boards. Um,
Yes.
so how do we want to do this? We have a metric fuck ton of submissions, which I'm so pleased about. Pleased. I don't think we got any outside the Discord, right? You didn't get any outside the Discord?
No, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you never
They were
shared.
all in the
Did you
Discord.
did you share your screen?
Yeah, I did. It's
Okay.
sharing right now.
Hold on. I just need to.
Um, but yeah, for those of you who missed the episode from 2 weeks ago,
Oh yeah.
we talked about gender mood boards, and I went through my gender mood board PowerPoint, and we had some submissions from
We only got the first.
people
We
on the
only got the first
Discord.
page. I think we need to return to yours for sure because we only got the first page, and you said there were multiple. So I want to see the rest
Oh
of
yeah,
yours.
well, I can go on and on and on,
I want you to. I
but
want you to. We didn't. You didn't get very much time, and I want to. I want more time for your gender mood board
yeah, well, but I think we should start probably with yours because I know you've been working on
with
it.
mine.
But
Okay.
yes, but first, just to rewind for people who don't know what the hell we're talking about, a mood board is usually just a collection of images and inspirations, often that someone will make before writing a book or a show to kind of capture the aesthetic, the mood, the reference points that they're interested in. It's like a Pinterest board. It's like an aesthetic Tumblr blog. So we did that, but for gender. So it doesn't just need to be this Blorbo, he just like me, though I think that's the most base impulse in making a gender mood board, but it can be colors, fashion items, natural imagery, all kinds of different shit. It doesn't even have to be visual. It can be music, which we'll talk about. But we looked at mine in the last stream a little bit, and some viewer submitted ones. But Maddie, you've made yours over the last couple weeks,
Oh,
so
I keep forgetting. Actually, before we go any farther, we have subtitles. Tell us if those are working. We should. No, it
let me
doesn't. It
check on
looks.
this stream.
No, it actually looks like they're not working.
I don't
Um,
see the option. Oh, wait, no, wait. Captions. No, they're working.
are they
I see
working?
them.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah. So now you should be able to hit the closed caption button, or maybe they're playing by default. I don't remember whether I had them just already turned on for other channels or not. But yeah, so we have a little more accessibility in that
Yes.
vein.
Please use those if they are helpful, and if they aren't good or something is wrong with them, please let us know, because that is probably a thing that I will never look at. So if or if you know how to do them better, um yeah, I remember how I was like, I have to redo the whole audio back end for this in order to make them work. I really didn't. So this was another uh thing of me overcomplicating things. But anyway, yeah, please let us know if those work on Twitch. The VOD you should be able to use YouTube's default ones, which should be pretty much the same because it's the same backend. It's
Right.
the Google thing. So if you're on YouTube, the automatic captions are decent, and how we're doing it's the same way we're doing it. So um okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah, and let us know if there's any other accessibility stuff that we should be thinking about.
please.
Uh, just hit us up in the suggestions thread on the Discord, on the Discord.
So, another okay, to get started, uh another thing that we should be able to do is uh I also did another easy thing that I had before, so that we can play music that's not doesn't show up on the VOD, so it won't copyright strike us. So we should be able to play music now if we want. Um uh So to start off my gender mood board, and please tell me if you guys can't hear. You should be able to hear this. Oh man, hopefully these. Well, I guess they're on YouTube, so they shouldn't be a problem. So I thought I'd put some music behind my gender mood board, and just to start, I thought I'd show one of their music videos because they're so fucking good. Listen to Free 99. Is this one of their actual? No, this is. That's just they have like full music video, more so music videos, and then they have ones that are just like visualizers.
Visualizer, yeah.
Yeah, their Free 99 is so good, and their music videos are so good too. So I thought I'd
Ooh,
show, because I was actually going to put some of this in the gender mood board itself, but I didn't get to it. Tell me if you guys can hear that. You should
this
be
is
able to hear
great.
it.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear it.
Um, just really good stuff. Couple of, I believe both trans people. Just really, really good. Go give them money. Um,
This is
so
this is dope.
this is my gender mood board.
They can't hear the music on the stream.
Oh, really? Oh, lame.
Yeah, which is odd, because I can hear it.
Well, I showed you guys the. I don't know why that is, but I showed you guys. I showed you guys the music video anyway. So go listen to that at home.
Yeah, the visuals. Yeah.
Uh,
Listen along at home from a separate tab. I love already the GIF inclusion.
Yes. So I did this in OBS so I could add so that I could add video. Uh
Very apt.
oh oh no, that's so lame. Oh no. Okay. Well, one problem is that there's a video that's not playing. Um here it is full screen. Oh,
Oh,
but
the shooter,
yes, I have
the Olympic shooter.
I'm not sure how to I meant to look up how to pronounce it, but it does show it. Yeah, Yeji Kim. Who this is a video of um her winning I think the gold medal. I think it may have been actually topped in the final by a little bit by her or her South Korean teammate. Um, I actually watched the finals, which is different from this video. I'm not actually sure what this video is from because it was from this year, but I like looked up the finals and it was something different. Um, but yeah, so I'm not actually sure what this is, but she's so fucking cool and she's so fucking gender and the shit she's wearing is so fucking cool. I didn't really know anything about Olympic shooting. Um, but it's very cool. It's like they have like these air guns that are just like they're like super molded to their hands. Um, and they just look sick. The rifles and the jackets for the air rifle shooting are also very cool. Um, yeah. So this is mostly a lot of this shit is actually on my Tumblr. With some more credits. I really like this. Uh, this these gifs here in the top right corner are actually like this really cool piece. I can probably look up what it's called. It's on my Tumblr. That is it's basically a camera that's recording to the VHS in that VHS player that it's showing. So like in this very top right hand corner, you can see that it's like it's a VHS player being dropped, and then that glitching that is happening on the GIF is like actually from the VHS player itself being like thrown, which is so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, so I don't really know. There's a bunch of shit on here. I meant to do a lot more and didn't get to it, but yeah, that's
Yeah, give us a little audio description if you don't
oh, that's a
mind.
very good idea. So it's very intentionally very busy. Um it is a collage of like a ton of different images. Um so the backdrop is the you can kind of see some in the back that there's a background of like this dark floral. I love that picture so much. Um, it's probably I don't I wish I knew what it was from. I can probably find out. Uh, but it's just this dark floral. It, there's so many. I put so many things on here. There's some like industrial stuff. In the bottom left hand corner, we got a little bit of just like some sort of like industrial, like I don't even know, like some sort of factory or something. It might be. And then we also have uh, a an oil rig, which I just love the aesthetic of. There's something so like the industrialness and the like loneliness of the visuals of a oil rig are
Mm.
I just watched a let's play of the game. Ooh, I'm not my nouns are terrible right now. Horror game about an oil rig that was very fun. That I think is what is it called? Still Wakes the Deep. That was very fun. That's partly why I was thinking about oil rigs. Just entirely takes place on an oil rig. It's kind of like The Thing on an oil
Cool.
rig. Um we got I just love this image of a there's a leather like high heel boot um like inserting into the top of like more of a like combat leather boot, which I just as like a show of dominance, which I just love. But
Mm.
I don't identify just with the fem boot. Like something about both of those together really I like. That's I mean
Yeah.
it does it for me, but it's also like very much gender. The whole thing is very gender to me. Um, we got some black copper like circuitry on black PCB, which is always really good. This is next to that is Rebecca Black from Friday fame, from a music video that was directed by Dorian Electra's partner
Weston Allen.
Thank you, Weston Allen. That is so good. It's all shot on film, and it's very much like American Psycho, uh, but like femme.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that collared shirt is. That style of collared shirt with the separate the pinstripe with the separate white
Yep.
collar and the cuffs. That's very that.
That music video is so good. I love everything from that album. All the stuff was done. Dorian Electra did a lot of the visual design for it too. I know that they work with their partner Weston Allen a lot. And just this fucking gold. I want one of these, like, diamond encrusted fucking chainsaw, which I did notice in the new fucking Katy Perry music video. They did basically kind of ape that. They had the fucking drill that was like shittily bedazzled.
That video is so whack.
Yeah, we might talk more about that. We also got Christina. Oh fuck, what's her name from Game of Thrones? The actress from Game of Thrones. Gwendolyn Christie.
Yes.
Fucking grabbing Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah.
Yep. That picture is incredible. I think about it a lot. And we got Ripley from Alien, of course. We have some art of just hot goth lady with a big sword. We got blood on a Kai MPD 2026, which God. And then up at the top, that's just ADHD is for me. Top left, just a overused electrical pole is how my ADHD is, and my gender. So anyway, that's most of what's on there.
And that's Trinity Matrix. Did you say
Oh,
that
yes.
one?
I didn't say that one. Yeah, we got Trinity Matrix in just that amazing latex suit. Like, come on. I know Trinity Matrix and Ripley Alien is pretty, it's all pretty stereotypical trans girl gender, but, you know, it's a classic for a reason.
Yes, it's very foundational shit. Yeah, this is very cool.
Thank
I
you.
love that it's in OBS. I love the videos added to it. And some of this stuff are things that I already knew were reference points because they were on your Tumblr. But like
Yeah.
the natural elements, I don't know if you mentioned the animal skull with the plants growing out of it, like the blend of like the hardcore industrial and tech stuff, but then also with kind of like decay, natural like decay and flowers and stuff like that, but all in like kind of a dark way is it all comes through and becomes a holistic thing that makes sense.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun making it. I wanted to do a lot more with it, and I didn't get to it. But maybe I'll show it off. Maybe I'll work a little more on it and show it off. Yeah, ship with dazzle camouflage. That is what that is. I love that. I have a goal of getting a big half sleeve of dazzle camouflage that I've been dreaming about for like 10 years. So maybe someday I'll fucking do a GoFundMe to fucking buy that shit because it's not cheap. It's a lot of black. It's a lot of black work, which is takes a lot of time. But anyway,
that's dope though. So speaking of aesthetics, the leather face mask that was on my gender mood board, I think just got delivered. Like I just got the phone call, so I'm gonna run downstairs because I don't want anybody to steal it.
Hell yeah!
So I will be right back.
Yes.
Sorry. I'll be.
Well, no, we'll start looking at some other mood boards. Or I guess I could just keep talking about mine. So that Devin doesn't miss any. Galaxy Buy Flag is my Twitter header back in the day. Hell yes. Yeah, there's actually a series of a bunch of those that are really good. I really love those. Oh yeah, I should definitely credit Zoe Wolf, who's a mutual of mine on Glitch Wolf most places. She did this piece here the glitched out skull. She does really cool. See if I can find analog glitch stuff, like and including Game Boy camera glitch stuff, which is really cool. That's how I found them. Is it there?
I'm back. And yes.
Can we do a live
It's here.
unboxing? This is so perfect.
Yeah. I hope everybody. I have a leather buying problem. It's official.
I need more money so I can have a leather buying problem.
I know. Well, yeah, it's oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so sick. Oh, that's so
Yes.
fucking sick. I can smell it.
Oh my god.
I can smell it from
Yes,
here.
I can smell it too. It's got a good strong odor about it. And so the blindfold hooks on the top
And comes off.
and then the gag. Yeah, and can come off. Yeah, it's like belted. And it's got a nose hole, which that is I've learned from recent adventures that some of the leather hoods that just have like no air holes,
Yeah.
freak me out too much. And some of them,
I mean, that's a thing that people play with intentionally, but they play with it because it's really scary. Like if you're into that, it's a fun thing to play with. Like if you do it do it safely, but it is scary. The one time that I've done a suspension, oh my god, it was so fun. I did a suspension and I'd never done one, and it was like. So it was like a rope suspension, and it had like I was like this, and I had one. He was like, I was like, I've never done anything like this. So he was like, let's take it slow then. And so he left me a foot on the ground, but my other foot was like up, like tied to my ass basically. And it was so fun and so hot. And then he like spun me a little bit. He just is like he asked. He was like, let me try and spin you a little bit, which was very fun. But then I like. Even just the compression of the chest cage, like I couldn't breathe. I didn't feel like I could breathe in all the way, and I like, like even just that was a lot. Like, in a way that could be fun if I like got into it, but like, that shit's real.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like upper chest compression is fine for me. I don't know if it's just like years of binder or what, but it like different things will just freak you out depending on the person. It's so interesting what kinds of restriction can be soothing and which ones can be stressful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the cool thing was it was all rope, right? And so I like, I safe worded, and so he like took it off, and he didn't need to cut it off because he had tied it in such a way where he could just like, it was like he pulled a rip cord and it was off. Like it wasn't literally like that, but it was very cool.
Oh yeah, like rope is such a skill where it like you can study it forever and get better and better at it because there's so much you can do to just make it not just look good, but like work well.
Oh my god. Do you guys hear that? We have a new cat in the house, so.
What are they doing? Are they
Charles trapped in the streamer hole.
Oh no.
Oh my god, hold on. You show that off while I
Oh. Yeah, here's the mask.
I'm going to get her out of there, okay? You're trapping her. You're trapping her. I know you don't think you are.
Oh, the kitties. And then so the gag goes over and belts in like that.
Oh my god, that's so classic GIMP looking.
I know. And then the eye mask goes over like that. But you still have the schnoz free, which just a little individuality.
Oh, I love that.
In the de-individuation. Whew.
Yeah, I bet it's hot.
So, yes. Oh, it's great.
Hot in both senses of the word.
Yes. It's warm. It has a satin lining though, so that does help.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of your amazing new mask hood, you should show off your mood board because we did not give it enough time when we streamed last, and I want to see the other slides.
I don't even remember what was on the other slides now, so I'm like, this will be great. Now I'm like embarrassed all of a sudden. But okay, here we go. So here's where we left off last time. We'll put it in slideshow mode. So we talked through all this stuff. There's that mask right there. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I did not show this one.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, there's so much good shit on here. The
This
fucking Link in a little bikini is really good.
that is Fugtrup Link. Most of his stuff would get us probably permanently banned.
Yeah, I think
From
I've
Twitch.
seen that. That looks familiar. But there are a lot of people that are doing that, so
Yeah, Fugtrup Link is this is the tamest one ever that he's made, because he's made plenty that are technically safe for work, but it's still Link in like a tiny little thong
Mhm.
pole dancing or whatever.
Oh no,
Um,
that is definitely not AI. That is CG for sure.
oh,
CG
this is
CG porn has come
yeah.
a long way.
Oh
A lot
yeah.
thanks to Overwatch.
Oh my god. There's some real good vinyl 3D. They make these like Mercy Diva like hypno things that are so good, or Diva Sombra hypno stuff that is like that they I've put such meticulous care into animating every little mouth movement and eye roll. Oh,
Well, part of
they're
it
so
is
good.
with the Overwatch stuff. Part of it is because the full models basically got leaked. Like they were able to get into the Overwatch. I don't know the technical side of this, but they were able to get into the Overwatch source code and basically like pull the full models out, which
Mm-hmm.
is not a thing that you usually can do. Like they intentionally don't want you to be able to do that easily. So yeah, they were able to just rip those out and rig them up, which is why there's so much why that was such a revolution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And there's just like a lot of just really high quality rigging, because even if you have the assets, you still have to know how to animate it,
Yes.
which is just an ungodly amount of work,
Yeah.
and the like lip syncing that people are doing and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Fugtrup Link, Femboy Supreme. We have also one of the great femboys of history is, I think, Bambi from Bambi.
You're so right for that. It's true.
Bambi, Tweety Bird, and Tails are some of the original femboys, where there was confusion at the time, even of like, what gender is this character? What's going on?
Yeah.
How can they be so pretty?
Link
Uh,
intentionally so. Like that story, right? Where it's like he in the
mhm,
original games where he's just a couple pixels, he was intentionally made to be gender neutral so that because he was very intentionally like what's there's a certain word for characters like the silent protagonist that is just like that is a player character. You are supposed to just put your identity onto them, so they're silent.
mhm.
There's and Link is the prototypical one and was specifically gender neutral because of that. Like that's why Link is player insert. Yeah. um that's why he's so
Right.
andro.
Right. And they didn't go with complete just like blank slate exactly. Like, even though with
Right.
the silent protagonist thing, that's an element of it, but they really wanted like androgyny in the like both valences aspect, so that people, could see themselves in the character.
Totally.
And we have not been normal since. Uh then we have, next to Link, we have my favorite gender moment of Grimes. The music videos that she did with Hana, around the like Art Angels era, where it's very like princely androgyny,
Mm-hmm.
like boyish, feminine boy thing, and there's lots of them just like gallivanting around castles in like tunics and dressing shirts and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So this is what was taken from us, and we'll get it back someday.
If
Shipping
you're
it.
in line, stay in line for Grimes'
Yes.
fucking
Transition.
redemption arc. Yeah, transition and
Yeah.
redemption arc. This is how
Yes.
Bernie can still win.
This is
About.
how Bernie can still win. Then we have above both Link and Grimes, we have again Greg Araki. We already looked at him in the previous slide, film director of these just really like grimy 90s gay ass violent movies. His real muse, the actor right next to him to the left, most people know him most as Frank from he's in the bunny costume. What's the fucking movie with Jake
Oh,
Gyllenhaal?
can't ask me for nouns. Yeah, we all know the scary bunny one.
I'm looking it up.
Donnie Darko,
Yeah,
thank you.
Donnie Darko.
Donnie
Thank you.
Donnie Darlode.
Donnie Darlo. So this guy, he was Frank in Donnie Darko, but he's like the protagonist in almost every Greg Araki movie, and he's that type of like, skater boy, hair curtain, 90s pretty boy that is just like such a root for me. Even more of like just what I'm more attracted to than what I necessarily am. But fuck it, we'll throw it in there. And just like the fashion in these movies, the kind of like 90s ennui, and amorality, just like the way things were then, the way it was to be a kid and a teen back then is just so gender. And I just love it. We have some more BDSM shit here. This like really great gag that is like a mouth guard. It's like a really giant rubber mouth guard from sports.
I've never seen this in my life. That's so interesting.
Yeah, they're really fun. Now this one, it has like an open mouth in it so that you can still like basically use the mouth guard and the person's like spit as like a fleshlight. But they make ones also that are just a big mouth guard, and like just even getting it like into your mouth around the like gums and lips and stuff is really hard. And then you just can like chomp down on that. So it's like again, with the bondage hood I was talking about last time, it's oddly comfortable and relaxing.
Yeah.
To me, that kind of thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, very dope. We got just like a little fairy, just like a little fairy boy. This is very like early 2000s animated GIF that would be in your forum signature.
Yes.
That kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, is that Adobe Stock? Is that what it says in there? I think very much like
probably.
Yeah, it's just like that is just like that kind of image is just so that era of like they just existed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I have this fairy book. I'll grab it because it's right here that I got from a Christmas gift exchange that is a similar aesthetic. Again, this is like the precursor to that. This is like the 90s, 80s kind of precursor to this stuff. These little like fairy creatures.
Amazing.
Look at this little imp guy here.
That's not by the same guy who did the Gnome book, is it?
Let's see. Brian Frond and Alan Lee. I don't know the names like that. These guys are really good. These little impy guys. So I also really like that kind of aesthetic. Both the kind of graceful, pretty little fairy people and the little nasty guys. Like both are equally good.
No, it's not. It's not the same person, but it's very much the same art style. This Gnomes by Will Hugen, Ryan Portlet is the illustrator, and this is a book I had growing up that I was really a big influence for me. Have you ever seen this book, Devin?
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh, you would like it a lot. It's just gorgeous art and like super detailed world building for like gnomes. Oh, that shit.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yes.
Super detailed.
This is very similar.
Building. Yeah. It looks like it's kind of in the same style.
Yes, very similar. So yeah, there's lots of cute little elf drawings here, and then little. I really like this little guy down at the bottom here. This little scamp.
Oh
Just
wow, yes.
yeah, he's so cute. Some of this stuff is stuff I want to get framed and hang. And a lot of it would make really good tattoos. So yeah, so imps, gnomes, things like that, fairies. Always love those guys. And I part of what I love about them is that they are usually in stories completely amoral. Like they
Yeah.
like the changeling as like a autism metaphor, as a negative autism metaphor, is very well worn ground of like, oh, your child has been replaced by this fairy child that's strange and can't connect to you, and whatever. That's ableist, but that's also how it feels sometimes.
Well, it's like,
And
got to reclaim that it's, villain coded queer kind of shit.
right, and or the alienness, a lot of or dehumanization that a lot of autistic people kind of vibe with, even as much as it's also ableist.
Right.
um and I just love that these are always like these creatures that are like kind of fanciful and cute and charming, but they're also usually not exactly evil, but they'll do whatever they want to do and they will fuck you over. And
Yeah.
like in Labyrinth, you see this beautiful fairy and it immediately like bites you. Like that just is very relatable to me.
Hell yeah.
Uh, and we got Damon Albarn. This of
Oh,
Blur
wow.
and Gorillaz.
I didn't even
Yeah.
realize that's who that was. I don't think I really know.
Yes.
That's old though, but right? Like that's
Yes. That's him in the 90s. He has some really hilarious quotes about how hard it was to be a beautiful boy.
I'm sure you can relate.
Like, and no, but there's a dysphoria there. There's this category of like pretty boy famous man who like hated that he was pretty, which
Yeah.
boohoo, right? But there's
Right.
like some kind of dysphoria at that. So he has this really funny quote from that era where he says like, well, nobody would take me seriously if I wrote a song like Creep. Because I'm
Oh,
not a creep. I'm
oh
not
my
a weirdo.
god. That's really funny. That's really funny.
So and Damon, he's an Aries, which that is very important identity and gender wise for me. So he will just say shit. He very famously at Gorillaz concerts will just make up lyrics to songs that we've been listening to as fans for decades and know heart by heart. He doesn't know the words because he's like crazy prolific,
Yeah.
but he does not give a shit. So he's like, I don't know, I'm just gonna fucking make it up. It does not
I mean,
matter. You
Gorillas.
hogs will eat anything.
Yeah, I mean, Gorillas is really prolific, and he's got like a ton of other shit he does. Like, I remember that
Mhm.
the monkey one. What do you remember that one that they made, the like Chinese opera that they made?
Oh yeah, Monkey Journey to the West. Yeah,
Yeah,
opera.
that shit is wild.
Yeah, he does solo work. He does work with Blur still. Yeah, and Gorillaz, just by virtue of being this multimedia project with all of these collaborations, is also just like crazy ambitious. But
Right.
he is just like a kind of, again, astrology is real. He has this Aries freneticism to him that is so relatable to me. And I do think like when I think about like what do I want my later stage of my career to look like thinking about like him hiding from the public eye but still creating, but using that creation to like uplift other artists and other like art forms is like really cool to me.
Yeah.
um but also he was just a little pretty idiot back then, and a style reference as well. So I love him. And like the stupider things he says, the more I love him.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
I love that. What was that song? That did you see that one? I forget what Gorillaz song it is, but it's like it's a very famous Gorillaz song that is just a fucking preset for the Omnichord. Have you ever seen
Yes.
that?
Hmm.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like talking. He's like, oh yeah, that song is just like it's just a preset.
Yeah, I think it's the drums in Clint Eastwood, um, and
There was one
a
that's like a
few other
melody.
ones.
It's like a melody on a song in that album. Um,
Well, let me look
here,
up which one it was. Was it Tomorrow's
yeah,
Comes Today?
I'll look it up on YouTube because I
Yeah. Oh
talked
no, it
about
is
it.
Clint Eastwood. Yeah, it's Clint Eastwood. Yeah, Clint Eastwood samples a preset drum beat from the Suzuki Omnichord. Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah,
So yeah, he does not give a fuck, and I just love that. Um,
that's so great.
yes. And so then the last couple of things we have on this slide are exhausted Ben Affleck. I don't know.
Did you see his new divorce fit? I guess he got divorced again.
From J Lo
Yeah,
again.
again, I think literally again, I'm pretty sure. Uh he had a new divorce uh like leather jacket. Uh let's see if I can bring it up. Oh man, it doesn't come up immediately. If somebody has this keyword, but he had like a leather jacket. He's got like the almost like Gen Z like what do you call that where it's just hair on top look.
The broccoli haircut.
Yeah. Uh
Uh,
oh god,
did you
come
see when
on.
before he got married to J Lo again, when he
Here it
was like
is.
on dating apps?
No,
Did you hear about this?
I don't think
He was
so.
like he was messaging this girl on like Tinder, and then he added her on Instagram and sent her a message and was like, "Why did you stop messaging me? It's me." Like, so it's an actual video of him being like, "Yeah, I'm actually Ben Affleck," and it's so pathetic, but
Oh my god. I mean that
I
you
love it.
can't be on a dating app. There's so many people that are pretending to be celebrities. Like that is like such a standard grift. But yeah,
Yes.
this is the divorce look. I feel like I saw yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, it's not quite like broccoli top, but it's kind of like that longer
No.
on top. Yeah, I think this is the
Yeah.
picture I saw where he just looks so defeated. What is this leather jacket with like the armor on? It must be like a motorcycle jacket. Like
Oh my god. This is really divorced energy. This is sad. I love that he's sad. I love the pictures of him with all the coffee cups and they're all falling over. Um, like
yeah.
this is masculinity to me. This is an attainable masculinity. This is how you need to act, fellas, when you're trying to pass in the bathroom. You need to act like this. This is the slam dunk. Nobody's gonna bother you in the men's room if you are Ben Affleck defeated, punished Affleck.
There's so many pictures like this too.
The whole
Is he
genre.
doing this
He
on purpose? Like
is he sponsored? Like, I don't know. I don't care. It's so funny. The struggle, like he just always looks so tired
he dropped it
and
apparently.
miserable. Yeah. He's getting so much. Like, who is he ordering this much Dunkin' for?
I
They are
could
not helping him open that door.
I could I could believe that he got it like this happened once and he's okay, yeah. So this is him recreating it in this one.
Mhm.
Okay, so that makes sense. So I think that's this one. Yeah, he's like recreating it. So that makes sense. That's why there's multiple.
Right.
Although this one
So that's that looks pretty realistic.
yeah, I think this is the real one. This is a remake and this is just another
Mhm.
time that he Is this
Aquarian
gender?
says, sponsored by what? The struggle? Yes.
Is this
This is just
gender? Uh,
oh, it's Boston.
is
This
Boston
is the Boston.
is Boston a gender for any of you?
Oh my god. I think we're all trying to get away from Boston gender as much as possible. But like it's just I don't know. Ever since Gone Girl, basically, that whole movie could go on the gender mood board as well.
Yeah.
Um
If
or
I
he's
was
just
brave
playing a
enough, I
sad
would have put a
dad.
whole movie just playing on the gender mood board.
Yes. Yeah, I would have just had fucking American Psycho, Silence of the Lambs, Gone Girl, Saltburn,
Yeah.
just all playing, and my computer would crash.
What's that one? Oh, you know what would be good on a gender mood board? I know I'm getting very off topic here, but you know those like color bands of movies? Like that's like
Oh yes,
maybe
where
is
it's
this.
like taking from the color palette of the movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if this uh is yeah, see this is 12 Angry Men, Space Odyssey. Yeah, this is very much like this is just like a real like what like actual mood board shit, you know? Like what
Hmm.
mood boards are normally for.
Yes. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that that like classy nerdy aesthetic where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a Star Wars poster, but it's gonna be in this like 1970s illustration style
Right.
in my loft or whatever to kind of class it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, speaking of like the douchebag man aesthetic, I also have a little warm industrial house interior
yep.
here in the mood board. I love brick. I love like warm hues. I love the stupid exposed warm incandescent light bulb
I mean,
shit.
we've been streaming long enough that we know you love brick. Cuz why else would
Yes.
you have a show? Anyway, moving
Oh,
on.
I'm not gonna expand on that. Um,
But
but
it
yeah,
is
I
good.
love that.
Exposed brick is so ugh.
I just have that a certain idea of like adult manhood in my mind that crystallized at a certain age. Some of us we watched Queer as Folk a little bit on Discord for a while, and that like late 90s early 2000 like, ooh, I'm a successful advertising executive in Pittsburgh, and I'm a brooding male slut, and I'm in this brick loft, and I'm getting drunk in my brick loft. Like, to me, that's like what adulthood is. Like, oh my god, you have this
Yeah.
cool brick room and you are drinking yourself to death in it, fucking twinks or whatever. Like, so
Right.
that's there. And then the last one on this slide is I've been having a real love affair this summer with the Montrose Harbor seawall or any of the seawalls in Chicago. Fuck a beach. Me and the beach are done. Me and the seawall best friends for life because there's no lifeguards. You can go. It's 9 feet of water.
Wow.
You can swim as deep as you want. You can swim as far out as you want. You're really embraced by the bosom of Mother Gaia, and I was a big swimmer as a kid. It's one of the few things physically that I just feel very natural doing, and I've had to kind of retrain now that I don't have these airbags on my chest that actually were really making it easy to swim for a long time. Um, so I've been going out there, just being a little dolphin, and feeling one with the sea. So that's gender too.
Yeah. Absolutely. I want to see the whole thing. Is there more?
Okay, yeah, I think there's one more slide.
Okay, we got to
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Fucking Lady Gaga as
Joe Calderone.
Joe Calderone,
Hmm.
of course.
Yep, yep.
When
Then we got it. Oh, go
when I
ahead.
was in Chicago, Devin, we like how did oh it was the Katy Perry Woman's World video. We watched it. Very dumb and bad. And so then we ended up doing a whole like Devin basically was like, okay, all right, like did like a whole like essay on like gender bent music videos.
Hmm. So we
So
looked at Beyonce's "If I Were a Boy." We looked at Taylor Swift's "The Man." We looked at "You and I," Lady Gaga, where she's in drag.
mhm.
Uh, we looked at "Obsessed" with Mariah Carey. Wait, no, I didn't have you guys watch that one, did I?
No, I
Where
think we
she's
missed
in
that
drag
one.
as Eminem. I thought about that
Oh,
one later.
no, I think you
Yeah.
mentioned it, but we didn't like. I don't think we
Mhm.
actually like pulled it up.
Yeah. And just had like a whole little discourse on music videos where the performer is in drag or is talking about like if I were a boy. Um, so all of that stuff, those playlists, those songs all go on the mood board
Yes.
as well. Then we have Miles Kitsune Prowler. So age appropriate tales. Um, he's a little edgy.
What is
He's
the
in it.
I'm trying. Do you remember the artist? Because recently the artist. Okay, the artist is still active, still drawing furry shit. Has done a bunch of really cool shit. Like I think they've
Mhm.
been involved. I think they worked for Blizzard for a while. Um, and they recently did a new version of it but I'm trying to. I don't remember their name. What is the what is the word the name that everybody gives? Is it nine? Oh
Nine
God.
Inch Tails because he's
Nine
wearing a
Inch
9 Inch.
Tails. Yeah, I think if I search that, I
Yeah.
can probably find. Ooh.
Yeah, that might be the thing to Google.
Oh, hi, Callisto. Hello. Again, we
Hello.
have the we have the Zelda noise for when that happens because it's happened so infrequently that I have not updated it from the first time when we first started streaming and I made all the Zelda noises. Welcome,
Oh
that
yeah.
Callisto.
Oh. We just get a raid?
Yeah, that's what that was. It was a
That's our
raid from
that's our
Callisto.
first ever
No,
raid,
it's our
right?
second. Remember, we did get that one.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, follow Callisto if you're not already. That Callisto here in most places. Uh,
So I found the Nine Inch Tails artist Axer Veicht.
yes.
AXERVEICHT.
Wait,
And
one more.
apparently they made it in 1999, this art,
Oh my God.
um, which is very cool.
Yeah, they're very cool. Lots of macro furry art with big feet, which is
Love it.
always cool.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, I loved again Tails, great femboys in history, period, but also this mix of like, I mean, I was a huge Nine Inch Nails fan as a kid. Like this was my aesthetic as well. I wasn't really a Jinko jeans. He's wearing Jinkos here, but like Hot Topic, and I bought a knife when I turned first thing when I turned 18, all that stupid shit. So that's in there too. Uh
I had some actual Jinkos as well as a couple pair of trips. All thrifted, literally all thrifted. Did
Hell
I talk
yes.
about? I feel like maybe I told you. Maybe it was on the stream. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but I had this gigantic pair of work pants. I was like insanely like scary thin when I was a teen, and I had these giant like work pants. They were like they're very large, like especially at the time when I was so skinny. I could like way too big for me, and I just fucking belted them. So and they were like super
Mhm.
straight legged but really big. So I just had these like fucking like bootleg Jinkos that I would wear
Oh
sometimes that
my
were just like
god.
super belted. That shit was it was straight up Kingdom Hearts shit. Like
Yes. Get the Keyblade. Yeah. I never went full goth to the degree that I never wore anything impractical, like truly impractical. But
you know who's really out here doing it is Lilith is Bunlith on fucking Bunlith who made you follow them on Twitter.
oh yeah.
Um she apparently goes out every single day. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, like this
Her
is like
makeup is so cool.
her
Yes.
makeup is great, but she just like all of these belts. This is everyday wear for her, and this is like not as many as she normally does. Like,
I wish I have so much admiration and envy of people who have a look that they put that much energy into, and I have never been able to bring myself to do it. Like it just I don't know whether it's impatience on my part or like finickiness. Some of it's sensory, but like
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
this looks not it looks uncomfortable. I've done a little bit of this before and it's like I can imagine if you're sensitive. If you have like sensitivities, this would be hell, I imagine. But
but the
it's a
belts,
very
like,
good look.
yeah, I mean, but like the belts, like going back to like the sensory and like bondage stuff, like I think it would probably feel kind of good, some of it,
Yeah.
up to a point. Not when you're like gassy, but like
Yeah.
like even like like our friend of the show Sky Kubaku, like the makeup that they do and like the chain mail and stuff, or the scale mail that they wear in their head and stuff like that, like I think it's so
Yeah.
cool. But then when I'm living my life, I'm like, I need to go right now, like I need to use every ounce of my cognitive capacity. I can't spend an hour in front of the mirror,
Yeah.
like, like that's just how I live. But I have an immense admiration for people who they live their art through their aesthetic.
Oh wait, I tried to show that, but they have Twitter Blue and it got blocked. I still I still fucking run Blue Blocker, so that reply is
Mm.
gone. But um, anyway, yeah, I agree. For me personally, it's definitely ADHD. So I need to get back on. I have an appointment with my psychiatrist for fucking go pills. So maybe that'll help.
You're gonna fucking lock in.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my one spoon I have a week, but I'm gonna though that spoon is gonna be locked in. It's gonna be used.
You're gonna get your capitalist worm pills, but you're gonna use it to make Twitch assets.
I love my one of my favorite streamers right now is Tom Walker. He's doing a GTA, but all the cars go a billion miles per hour streams that I'm really loving. Go check those out. But he's like, yeah, I have ADHD, and I haven't had my ADHD pills for a long time, and I finally got them. It's that classic bit where it's like, yeah, they're super addictive. That's why I forget to take them every day.
Mhm.
um,
Right.
and he's like, I took those and I sat down on the couch and I locked into a Northern Lions stream of him playing Balatro. It's just so fucking true. Like it's like it doesn't really just make you productive. Like
Oh my
it
god.
makes you
My
able to
my
like lock in, but it doesn't like necessarily direct that locking in. Like
Oh my
well.
god. My friend Jess will like they live in one of the most insane ways of any human. Like they will like take their ADHD meds, and like they have this rule for themselves that they're allowed to get into fights on FetLife.com if they're
Why
on the
fat
treadmill,
like
only if they're on the treadmill. So they have like this like desk set up where they're on the treadmill running for like 2 hours, whatever the opposite of zooted is, like amped out of their mind, writing in polyamory forums on FetLife, all of this shit, fighting with people.
Why is that? I mean, it's better. Like, I would rather you be fighting on FetLife than most other platforms.
Oh, well, it
That's
used to be Facebook. They used to fight with people
that's
like
bad.
like Jude Doyle on Facebook, but now instead they like get into polyamory discourse in this very serious way on FetLife while just like running for like miles and miles for like hours, and it's so fucking funny to me every time I log in and I can just see like, oh yeah, that's where the Adderall went today. Okay.
I do. I want to get one of my goals for being unemployed before I became disabled was to set up something like that. And for me, I want to do it while gaming. That seems so fucking good. I need to get like
Hmm.
I want like the stationary bike and then like fucking, you could use like the Switch Joy-Cons so you can really like that's the
Oh
dream.
yeah. I mean, I had one of that. I had one of these under the desk bikes, but I have to not have an eating disorder. So
Right.
I try to
Yeah.
not be too crazy
Right.
with that kind of thing.
Oh my
Um,
god. Oh my god. Okay, look at this fucking shit, gang. Did you see? Oh, it
mm,
went away. It fucking hid this time after I tried to show it. It's fucking Skype is giving me update on the Olympics. Bitch, the only reason you're on my computer is because I haven't taken the time to delete you yet. Why are you fucking...
Skype.
Why are you
Skype.
annoying me with updates about the Olympics? Anyway.
Zoom took Skype out into the backyard and put a bullet in its mouth. Like, Skype is toast. What are they trying to do? Like, Skype. I haven't heard that name in years.
I know.
Wow.
It was absolute. Yeah, it's begging for death. Anyway, let's finish up your let's finish.
Okay,
I think we just got a couple more things on here, and I'm dying to know what this Kate Bush. That's Kate Bush, right?
Oh yeah, yes, that's Kate Bush. Army Dreamers. I love this video. She's doing this whole anti-war, Vietnam thing, but she's like doing these like very like doll-like motions, and there's this like clock like ticking sound in the video that she like syncs up like her like eye blinks with, and something about it is so like she's like a little toy soldier.
Yeah.
And it's so good. Kate Bush in general is very gender. Like, I always hate when I go onto YouTube and I watch some, Kate Bush video, and there's always some like 78-year-old man in the comments who's like, "This is what true womanhood was." Kate Bush exudes a femininity that none of today's artists have. And meanwhile, like half of her songs about talking about how she wants to be like a gay Arab man getting ass fucked in Egypt and stuff like that. Like Kashka from Baghdad. Like that's literally like Wow, her song Wow is about that. Like Kashka from Baghdad is like that. She has all these songs that are like super gay. The music video for Cloud Busting is another one that we could put in the pantheon of gender bending music videos, because she's in drag as a boy for that one. She has a lot of like she will use male pronouns and like male language for herself. She plays a lot of characters in her songs, and she always was very good at just like shifting into that character's point of view without any need to like soften that. So she's very gender. I just love her, and she's a freak. She's a fucking freak weirdo.
Yeah.
Creature.
I have not. I like Kate. What I've heard of Kate Bush a lot, but I haven't really like sat my white ass down and listened to Kate Bush or watched a lot of the music videos. But I did watch the music video for Running Up That Hill, because
Oh, of course.
And that was really
that
good.
One's gender too.
Yeah.
That one, how did I miss that one? It's all about wanting to switch bodies with the person you're having sex with so they can know what it feels like.
Yeah, I've read Dojin like that.
Yeah. Love it. So she is very I hate how people pigeonhole her as like beautiful, womanly, whatever. Like, sure, but like no, there is a lot more going on in there. And it's all over her work. If you will only have ears to listen.
I can't believe you put this piece of shit on your gender move. What is his name? He's literally
Brian Kinney.
He's literally yelling at his underage boyfriend in that scene.
I've decided I love him. I've decided I love Brian Kinney from Queer as Folk.
Oh man,
he's a total piece of shit. Like insecure, vain, petty, uptight. Swag. I love it.
Nonce.
Predator.
Yeah.
He toys with his friends who are all in unrequited crushes with him. He toys with their emotions. Like he sexually harasses people at work. He's great. I love him.
He reminds me of my high school. I haven't put it together until just this very minute, but he reminds me of my high school best friend a little bit. That we had straight boy it's it's not gay if you don't kiss or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, like I don't know, I just like it. And I do also like the well, no, actually I find like I can't remember what the name of the young kid's character is in the show, the underage person Brian Kinney's fucking. But like he's like pretentious, who like kid who like thinks he's way more adult than he is and is getting himself into all these stupid situations, and
Yeah,
that's
he
very,
reminds
you
of
know.
me. He reminded me so much. It was all very straight. Like I didn't have a lot of queer friends in high school, but other than that aspect of it, like, reminded me so much of like myself and my friends
Mhm.
from that
Yeah.
age. So much.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, it's such.
it was
Go ahead.
on what we were watching that on Discord, and me and Megan started watching it, but we just we couldn't keep up with it because it's so like, why everyone is like, why are you doing this? Why are you
Yes.
being so cringe and also being so like bad evil? Like, why are you
Yeah.
do-
All of them.
Yeah.
They're all so mean and petty
Yeah.
and stupid. Like, and I don't know, there's just something about like 90s through early 2000s, like in the time before true social media and like in at the end of history, you know, in hypercapitalism, people had like no morals. Like
It's the
this
Matrix.
is a thing
It's
that
the Matrix is set in 1999 because that was the peak of humanity, and how
culture.
that's still real somehow.
No, but there's something that just, like, really fascinates me about being a teenager or, like, a young person in that time where, and this is stuff for, like, a writing project that I'm working on right now, that it's very, like, I don't like, these horrible things would happen in the periphery of your life or to people you knew as a teenager, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
we can look at it now and be like, "That was really fucked up. That was
yeah,
abusive. That was this kid was doing this self-destructive thing." But, like, as a kid at that time, it was just like, whatever, that's just how life is, you know, like,
yeah,
you didn't even think about it being like, I don't know, there it was just like this weird soulless time, um, and it's just fascinating. It's like a time before developing like full consciousness or something, um,
yeah,
both in the world and just happen to coincide developmentally, so, a
yeah.
lot of relic from that time.
I think
Interesting.
me and you have had very different in some ways, but also very similar experiences as teens. I feel like there's something, there's a show there or something, just a discussion about that shit because I have so
Yeah.
many fucked up stories from that time.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, and I feel like I'm, sometimes not doing those stories justice when I tell them today because I go, you know, "Oh, this was so horrible. This thing happened to this person." But the real truth is at the time, a lot of times when these horrible things were happening to me and my friends, I didn't really care. Like, I didn't
Yeah,
understand that it was bad. I didn't feel bad for anyone. Like, it felt mundane, which is not to say that it wasn't traumatic. Like, that's part of what made it so traumatic was that it was like, "Well, kids at school just die sometimes, I guess.
yeah,
She shouldn't have been that dumb," you know, like, that was, like,
yeah,
really how we thought and talked, and that really affected us, and it's really different from what kids are like today, or at least how they're allowed to express and talk about things online, you know?
yeah. It's hard to
Um,
know really, but
right. Um, and, you know, kids today are, like, disaffected from the traumas that they endure in a different way, like, there's this
right.
ironic distance that people put up. So I'm not saying it's unique to us, but like, yeah, it was such a different
I see.
time.
I've seen videos that are like TikToks of like there was this one like this friend group that was making TikToks that were jokes about how their friend died. Like
Mm,
and it was like, wow. I mean, it like the reason I saw it was because there was discourse because people were like, this is fucked up. But it's also like, I mean, I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad that they're like processing it. And yeah, in this way that's like dark humor, but like also that is processing it. It's
mhm.
talking about it in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of us, like, our parents or our grandparents' generation, it was, "We just don't talk about this stuff at all. Pretend
Right.
to be happy, pretend to be whatever." And we kinda had the, like, 90s, 2000s, we can talk about things, but it has to be in Daria voice. Like, we can't actually have any sincerity behind it.
Yeah.
And I
It's
very much
so
still have
weird.
that problem.
Yeah.
Um, and, like, I don't know. For me, at least, this is such a tangent at this point, but like growing older has been more of an exercise in developing sensitivity, not, oh, you get harder when you get older. Like so
Yeah.
much the opposite. It's like learning to care,
Yeah.
learning to be invested in the future. Those kinds of things is like the actual hard work. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of like weird gender stuff in there with like um just how you present yourself to the world and how you think about your emotions or not having emotions or even just being like I don't know, like this character in Queer as Folk where it's really like I'm just out here for number 1 and I'm just going to do whatever, gives me a rush rather than actually feel anything. Um and that being a real moment in time.
Yeah.
Um Yeah, the other 2 on here are just way more simple. It's just, men's crop tops, love them. Uh,
Everybody salute the
char
troops, men in crop tops.
yes, and I love chartreuse, that neon chartreuse, love it. And then fire, again, Aries, destruction, heat, intensity, combustion, all that kinda shit. So,
Do you have a butane lighter?
I don't think I do. I
I
just
could
have little shitty lighters.
You should get a butane lighter. I bet you would
I
have fun
should.
destroying things with that.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me of a adolescent story. There's this kid who would, like, always come out into my, front yard, um, and he would just, like, light cans of Axe on fire as some kind of courting ritual.
That's amazing. Like for
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, for me. And I wasn't
Uh,
really into him like that, but I'd be like, "Okay, come sit on the porch, let's talk," or whatever. Uh, "You've I've deigned to acknowledge you. You've started a fire in my lawn. Come here." You know?
there was a guy that he was like one of the characters on the Diag, one of the Diag rats, and he um would asked to burn people's hair. And he had like a count that I think was like in the hundreds where he would like just take a little tiny bit of your hair and burn it. And he had like a count of how many
Mm.
people he's fun. He's still around. Um
Oh, I love that. I love people like that.
that like really like I don't like I could explain more about him, but like, that was really he you know that really gets to the core of like who he was.
Yeah. Yeah, I just that I if in a less institutionalized work-pilled time, everybody would be doing weird shit forever, not
Yeah,
just in high school.
yeah, it's true. I'll have to show. We this has become an episode for sure. Because yeah, I'll definitely have to show pictures of my fits back then and shit.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you went through your archives on, like, Flickr and
Oh
Newgrounds recently,
yeah,
right?
that's a whole thing we were gonna do.
Yeah,
Anyway,
looking at yeah.
it's at about the halfway point, and we have so many fucking ones to get through. So many
Yes.
gender mood boards to get to. Um, I think I started asking, you didn't have any that weren't on Discord, right? Because I didn't get any.
No.
Okay.
All of them are in the Discord.
Okay. I liked because I don't know if we can get through all of them. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't think we can get through all of them. So I kind of liked what we were doing last time of just like going back and forth and like grabbing kind of ones at random. So if we don't get
Yeah.
to yours,
Yeah, you picked one.
I
Yeah.
very much apologize. I would definitely do this again.
Yeah,
This was
same.
so fun, and they're all good. Every single one of them were good.
Yeah, you can kick it off.
Let's see. I think maybe I'll scroll to the top. of them and then kind of go through. So back to the ones. Is this? Which was the first one? Just so I don't. Okay. Yes, and also if you are watching live and haven't done one, submit it now.
Yeah, drop it in the Discord. I can also put in a link to join the Discord for those of y'all who have not. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. And I would not just recommend a Discord willy nilly. This one's actually good.
Yeah. Okay. This is a fun quick one. Just a series of images that are very from Grand Chicken. Some very good stuff in here. Just very let's see. All this art by Dappermouth. So this is just one artist. Makes me feel cohesive mood and emotion I can't describe, which is what I feel like when I'm wandering alone late at night, and feels more true than reality. I absolutely know that mood. The night there's a subreddit called The Night Feeling, which is really good. Oh, were those the Jets? Were those the fucking Blue Angels?
Yes, it's the Air and Water show this weekend here in Chicago. Day of military propaganda. I can see them in my windows.
Wow.
But it's also market days for all of us gay boys. So and gay thems and hers. But honestly, mostly still the boys. So go get your ass gaped at market days instead, and fuck the U.S. military.
Hell yeah. These are really good. Very surreal. Very the night feeling.
Very like wolves, cats, shadowy animals, in
Night
night
animals.
scene. In kind of barren, misty landscapes. Ooh, it's a little bird in a suit.
Very good.
Cat on a doorstep. Really beautiful art.
Absolutely. Do you have one?
Yeah, I have one queued up on my screen share.
Oh, hell yeah.
This one is from Air Gender. There is so much here that I won't be able to audio describe all of it, but I'll say first, the color scheme is lots of yellows and oranges and greens, kind of like a sunset on a field kind of colorscape. There's lots of images of indigenous men with long hair and jewelry and regalia, beads, and things like that.
Makeup too, at both
Makeup.
from my untrained eye, traditional and non-traditional.
Yeah, lots of men with long hair, some with facial hair, and then eye makeup. Or there's the red streak for, I think it's the missing and murdered Indigenous women. Or maybe it's not actually that. There's one of the vampires from What We Do in the Shadows with a traffic cone on his head. There's
I just wanted to point out the orange. I didn't know. I'm assuming this is the hex code for this color orange. That is faggot FA6607, which is really strong.
Nice.
I'm sending that to
Yes.
my spouse immediately.
Yes. We have I believe some My Hero Academia characters. Correct me if I have that wrong. Some boys with kind of spiky hair, one with red, one with blonde hair and bare chests and like little arm harness thingies. Lots of let's see what else. Um, bare chests. There's one work of art by this trans mask artist who does a lot of, I can't remember his name, but he does a lot of imagery of kind of like floral or like leaf designs on the top surgery scars, and like trans mask characters with really long hair, which I've I'm a fan of this artist as well. Um,
Total
there's some
tangent, but I feel like hair is such like that. I feel like we could do an entire stream just talking about the way hair and gender
oh
is so like it's such an obvious thing, but it's also such a deep vein of gender.
oh my god, I'm adding it to the segment list right now because I cut my own hair. Like I've had to learn how to do a bunch of shit. Like there's much to be said about hair. Like so
Yeah.
much. Um,
Yeah.
like everybody's had that trauma. Well, not everybody, but a lot of trans people have had that trauma of trying to go get an affirming haircut and they just won't give it to you because of how you're perceived, and then like taking matters into your own hands, the stages of growing out hair. There's that would be a great stream topic.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about there. Um, lots of hairy chests. We have some indigenous men with braids. We have some little creatures with these kind of like shimmery golden coloring in and like faces on them, little drawings of like birds and like these hearts that almost have little tentacles coming out the bottom of them. There's like a little gnome guy from Delicious in Dungeon, I believe.
I
With
I think he's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf. Okay.
Yeah.
A dwarf guy from Dunmeshi with his crotch thoughtfully censored out with a heart emoji. We have some kind of like feral imagery, like just big wide eyes and teeth,
That
and
picture's
kind of
really good.
animal. Yeah, that art right there, like slits in the eyes, like on a cat. There's fingers with silver jewelry and iridescent nail polish, which is really fucking cool. Wolves, some nudes. There's a guy in a little cheerleading outfit.
That's really strong.
That one's really good. I love that. I love everything in this.
It's yeah.
This really speaks to me on many levels. Got Emperor Kuzco.
There's a
From the
battle
Emperor's New
jacket on
Groove.
there in the bottom left that I that's a thing that should be in my I'm not sure what that's from exactly, but I need a good battle jacket. I'm too afraid to even though I have like 5 leather jackets, I'm too afraid to adorn any of them.
Oh no. Yeah, you gotta fuck it up. Or one that's like a little bit weathered or something. Maybe then you'd feel less bad.
Yeah.
There's this little green plushy cat kind of thing with a bulbous head and like a red eye that's kind of like blocked out.
Oh, was that Howl? That's Howl, I think, right?
Yeah,
Below that.
Howl's Moving Castle.
That's a
Yeah.
very good picture of rendering of Howl. Howl's very
Yeah.
good.
Yes, very, very gender. Really just great stuff.
Airgender
here.
says that's from the indigenous zombie movie Blood Quantum, a bit misogynistic at times on Forge, but kind of a good time. The jacket,
Ooh,
not
thank
Howl.
you for the rec.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my letterbox. Thank you, Airgender.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Yeah, thank you so much for making this one. Blood Quantum. So yeah, if
I have another little one. This is from Nito or Nito. Very very strong. I love the cohesion here and the color palette here. And I just really picked it for this gorgeous statue, which I don't exactly know what it's from. It reminds me of the Polish guy. I don't know. He's one of my favorite painters, but I don't actually know how to pronounce his name at all. Let me look up the. He does mostly like things that are like, it's Zdzisław. The way it looks is Zdzisław Bekinski. I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced. He's an absolute one of those things I meant to put on the on my mood board. Just absolutely love his work, and it reminds me of that a lot. That and but also like the Bloodborne guys.
Mm,
Um, and these gorgeous plants, and this looks like some like tile work, which is
yeah,
really
like
cool.
mosaic.
Mosaic, yeah. And there's looks like a frame from an anime. I already suspected that I was probably gay, but the faggot hammer was hit at that moment. It's a really good quote. Uh,
They said that.
that's what's on the yeah. That's what's on that screenshot. Oh my god. I saw somebody on Twitter say this is the time of year when Chicago I see my Chicago mutual saying I could be trusted with anti-air missiles.
The fucking Blue Angels. It's annoying. And this is just them practicing for their little show on the weekend.
um but yeah, some sort of beautiful almost like different almost looks like different skin colors, but not exactly like that kind of color palette kind of thing going on there. And I love the little tiny terrified chihuahua and whatever this bear on a suitcase um Pez dispenser. All really good. Real just a small little guy, but really good.
Yes. Very cute. I love how tactile this one is. Like there's a lot of texture to
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
It's so funny. It's or not. It's just so cool seeing the way that like all the individual pieces are very cool on a lot of these, but then there's like, the very like the whole image of it is really really cool too.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And the like collage work that some people have done with how they lay things out being really cool.
All right, looks like you got one brought up.
Yes. This one I was pandering to me on several levels, I feel.
Yeah.
And so
Dump truck is
I did
even
like,
literally on here.
yes,
Is
many
that
times. Drum truck, he's the
oh,
censorship.
oh my god, that's incredible. Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so
Yes.
strong.
So this is from user It's Farrar, or Farrar in the Discord, and yes, they have used dump truck to cover up a bunch of titties in some places, and also there's here on the bottom there's a Hello Kitty tweet that shows Hello Kitty under bed, and it says me in my room having. The original tweet says me in my room having violent fantasies, and they've covered up the word violent as if that's not allowed with dump trucks,
I I
itty bitty
I
toes.
do really appreciate the carefulness.
Mhm. Yes, we have a few other instances like that where people were very meticulous in their censorship because they just don't want to be what gets us banned, and perhaps overdid it a bit. We have a selfie where the person's entire body is covered by dump truck. Um, so I don't know if it's a nude. I guess maybe it was. Who knows? Um, we have some overalls, some long, full length overalls over a white T-shirt. We have the femme Doctor Who. I can't remember the actress's name. In her like long lavender hooded coat.
And
Um,
we have their Sona too. I remember if am I remembering correctly? I don't know if Farrar's here this time. But that I believe we've shown this before because it's Farrar said that our one of our MFF streams was the reason they got their
their
persona
Sona
commission.
commissioned.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So this is it's for our bunny fursona. They're a bunny with a little headband with kind of a little pink and maroon pattern on it. They're wearing kind of a looks like a blue kind of marbled dress, maybe a little bit of florals or paisley on there,
Very good
with an
sweater.
open cardigan. Yeah, a nice striped cardigan or cardigan with piping,
Mm.
and they're holding a sunflower and have some jewelry. Very cute. It's a very like children's book illustration kind of style anthro,
That
not
is
not exactly toony, but like picture book.
it's
Very
It's
cute.
mostly because it's a rabbit. It reminds me. What is that? My baby. My what is it like? My bunny. Oh man, I'm like it's like deep childhood memories that I'm trying to remember. Like my bunny was over the. It's like a song, but there's like a
No, no,
this.
oh,
But there's
not the
like
Runaway Bunny.
no like it's a song, but I swear there was like a watercolor music video for it. Like my Bonnie was over the like being lost. I don't know. Somebody will remember. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, we have also the Peter Capaldi doctor from Doctor Who,
Uh,
and the Doctor Who police box.
my Bonnie
And
lives over the ocean is exactly what I was thinking of. Um,
but that's just like an old like Irish song. Like
is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think there's like it
from
must
the
be
olden
something I
times.
had on VHS or something that was like it was like a that but like and like sung with like watercolor illustrations. I swear I've seen it since I was a child. Like I've seen it online. So I think anyway.
Let's see. We also have I don't know who this person is, but they are a white woman with a bleach blonde bob, kind of pale jeans with some rips in it. And this, I love this sweater. It's like pink with like green accents around like the pockets and the shoulders. Just
Yeah.
very early 2000s indie sleaze kind of look. We also have a plus sized white woman in some kind of teal colored lingerie. That's really cool. It looks like it has almost a zebra print stripe, and some dark lipstick. Looking really
Looking very
cool.
cool and cunty for sure. A great look.
Yes, very cunty. Yeah, very pin-uppy. Then we have Marika Hackman, who is this is another one that was like down the center. I had to pick this mood board. Who's a really great lesbian artist, and a lot of her music is just cool. It's kind of like folk pop. It's really, really beautiful. Um, she can really write like a breakup song. There's some fingers with glitter on them, and I believe Dump Truck is censoring the word fingering an autistic girl.
That's really good.
So the implication being that you fingered her and now your hand's covered in glitter. Um, there's another blonde white woman who I
Really
don't know, but
reminds me of your glittery slimes that you showed.
yes, that's probably the joke they're making. Yeah, is that like there's stim boards
Yeah.
inside of autistic girls. Um, yeah, there's another musician. I think these might be two images of the same musician, another kind of blonde white woman with like a bob length or shoulder length hair, and kind of like, um, she's holding a guitar and she has kind of a loose blazer over a t-shirt. I'm not sure who she is. There's a drawing of a girl and death, and she's naked, and Dump Truck's covering up her titties. And then there's a meme that says the clothes she wears, and it's kind of like footchy, if you'll forgive the phrase, kind of clothing, like a Carhartt beanie, kind
Mm.
of suede boots, and a rain jacket. The tools she knows how to use, and it's like a Starbucks matcha drink, a vape, an oil pen, a smashed phone, and then probably some kind of vibrator that Dump Truck is covering up.
Oh yes. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So thank you for protecting us from that. We have some really great fashion here with I think maybe like biracial, or like part black model, I think, with like big curly hair and freckles and like a big wide striped kind of like polo kind of shirt with then this big chunky plaid blazer over top. Really, really cool fashion. It's very like Elaine Benez kind of fit, but more sporty.
I love
This
that. I
twin.
really love the Technicolor rainbow.
Mm,
It's really good.
yes.
It reminds me of the VHS, the like blank VHS box art. Do you know that
Yes.
shit is
Yeah, the
so
recordable
fucking good.
ones.
Yeah, that shit is
Yes.
so fucking good. That's another thing that could have gone on my mood board.
Yeah, that like 70s, 80s Technicolor. It's kind of faded. There's some digital illustrations of like leaves on a tree. I don't know who this twink is. I know he's some British man. I don't know. He's some silly little British man that people like. He's in like a little pea coat and or a double-breasted coat and shades with the little stripes across them, the Venetian blind shades. And then we have a bunch of albums across the top. It looks like there's a Sigur Rós album, Charlie XCX's Brat, of course. I can't quite read the title on some of them. M83 is another one.
Oh, hell yeah.
The other
Yeah.
albums. That one might be the XX. And the rest of these albums I don't quite recognize. So a lot of like kind of indie sleaze. I would bet, and I think I already know It's Farrar is about the same generationally age as I am. So some early 2000s through today kind of references and timeless, practical lesbian, cozy fashion.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm
Oh, yeah.
scrolling through. There's just it's so hard not to just pick all of them because they're all really good.
Yes.
Let's see. I think we did that one. All right, let's scroll to the new ones too. Oh, regular Waluigi and Bowser Jr. Really good mood board here. Just
Yes.
so cartoon. I love the no
No
beards.
sparkly shaven legs. Very good.
Oh yeah. There's Peppino, is that his name from Pizza Tower? That is a game I've been meaning to play. What are the flags? I don't think I know all of them. This is bisexual, and then this is the infinity is that autism? Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
say this is agender. It's one of the A's, whether it's
Yeah.
gender or asexual, I think.
It's not asexual. They may be aromantic or agender.
Aromantic. Aromantic, thank you. Yeah, if our chat doesn't know these flags. No. But yeah, Waluigi Bowser, you are here. So if you can tell us the different flags and if you're here and we look at yours, please give us the deets. And then I don't recognize these ones at all. I don't think. One on the right is the femboy flag. The one on the corner left is demisexual, and the one in the corner right is aromantic. Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
I see. Oh, so
Yes.
this one is
the femboy flag. Oh,
that's really good. I'm assuming that. Wait, this is the femboy.
Yeah, that's a femboy one with
flag,
Sylveon and
yeah.
Yeah.
Or is this transfeminine? Oh wait. Demisexual. Oh no, I see. Oh, that was somebody else. Okay, yeah. So that's femboy flag. Okay, upper eight's femboy. But yeah, really good. Lots of this is I don't know who this is, but that's definitely an Animal Crossing character. Toad, Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. is a really good gender.
he's so cute.
I recently learned that there's this really, I think that's from I learned this from Super Mario Broth, which is a great account on various platforms. Talks about Mario. Sasha Green Bunny. Thank you.
Oh, so cute.
So cute. That there's the scene, and I want to say it's Mario Sunshine, where Bowser Jr. Bowser is talking to Bowser Jr. and they're like, well, we didn't win, but it was still okay. And it looks like Bowser has a little tear in the corner of his eye, which is so sweet, but it's actually a hole in the model, and you can just see the backdrop of the skybox, and because the skybox is blue, it just and it's like this part of his eye is just like tore in such a way that it like almost perfectly looks like a little teardrop. So yeah, it's just like a glitch that like happens to make it like even sweeter, which so sweet. But anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, what are the who are the other characters on here? We got
You got
Waluigi Bowser Jr.
SpongeBob,
This is
Perry the
Perry the
Platypus.
Platypus, thank you. Waluigi, of course. I don't know this little squirrel. Or this
Toad.
little dog. It looks kind of like the autism creature.
I know I've seen that dog or bunny before. Like, I feel like I've seen them at a con, the artist.
Oh, okay.
I think they make plushies, but I don't know their name. Sylveon, obviously, yep. Another Animal Crossing character. It's not Isabelle, but it's another little dog in a suit. I can't remember his name.
Short animations or comics with the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that character before. Seen plushies of them.
And Toad. I don't know if I said Toad. Toad is really good.
Yeah.
Hello! Did you see Charlie? She hated that. She
Oh my God.
hated that.
She's
That
gonna
was
leave.
so funny.
Charlie didn't like that. Charlie will remember this.
Oh, that's really funny.
Charlie had like the Sims minus sign go over her head.
I don't know if
doesn't
she
like
knew it
you
was.
now.
I don't think that's true. I don't think she knew it was me. Oh, that's so funny. Squirrel's name is Hot Sauce, and the yellow dog's name is Chicken Nugget.
Chicken
really
Nugget.
good.
Yes. Thank you.
Very good.
They're really cute. Yeah.
The hinge prompt that has gotten me the most engagement is me doing a Yoshi impression.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't think I can do. But yeah, really, really good.
Really good stuff. And this is an example of kind of taking one focus point and just running with it, like cartoons, video games, and that together becomes the gender also. Like
yeah, and just
being
putting
a cartoon character is a gender.
Just putting the flags on there is really good, and it's like, you know, I'm really glad that's like I'm glad that there are, like, I feel like some people can be like, there can be this like reaction, not even reactionary as in like right wing, but like within the community of like, oh well, why do we need all these things? And it's like, as long as you're not being policing with them, it's really good to have all this specific shit. Like, it can be extremely helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, that discourse. I think this is I don't know if this is, we've talked about this a little bit on the stream in the context of gatekeeping and stuff, but like,
yeah,
people shit on micro identity labels that are like really specific. Demi Boy, you know, like what, or like they're being really specific flags, like, oh, we made a flag for gay men, and that one we can kind of make fun of a little bit because it is a little silly, but people are allowed to make whatever flags they want.
yeah,
like, and I think in particular, like, you really, when you're not feeling like seen and recognized, and you don't have that experience of recognition in your day-to-day life, then it becomes even more important to have symbols that let you communicate who you are, and to feel like it's valid and recognized by other people, that other people think there deserves to be a word for it too, and they'll know what you mean when you say it. So like, people act like a person using a hyper-specific label or flag is somehow dividing the community up. And I don't think that's true. Like, I think people having tools to express themselves is great. Like,
yeah. I think part of it is that there is a certain kind of person that then wants to take those hyper specific labels and not use them internally, but also like project them onto other people, and then like I think there is a certain kind of person that uses those to divide, but that doesn't mean that it's not valid to have them. Like, those people, I think we can fight that without like deriding the actual, like, the labels, right? Like,
right. Yeah, because that just comes back down most of the time to further like gatekeeping. Like, are you this or this? Are you allowed to use this word? That discourse that we talked about before of like, oh, you can't say you're butch if you're bisexual, like just ridiculous stuff like that.
Right.
And I think it definitely comes to mind when I look at like something like femboy, because it's like, have people used the femboy label to invalidate and fetishize trans women and continue to? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that there aren't people that identify that way, and that, like it's
Yeah.
we can celebrate all of these like options. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal. It's fun.
We can have
Chill.
nuance in these conversations, guys.
Yes. And there's just a really big difference that people can't always draw online between this is a person describing their experience and this is a prescription for how other people need to feel. It's like not everything is about you. Not everything you see on your timeline, it was made, actually literally made for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like the inability to understand other people completely and relate to them completely is also a beautiful, sacred thing. Like,
I'm a femboy trans woman because I'm bigender. Let's go. Hell yeah.
yes, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. And descriptivist is your name. I love it. Yes.
It's really good. Welcome in.
Yes.
A few more notes from Waluigi Bowser Jr. Brown Dog's name is Digby, Isabel's twin brother.
Oh, thank you.
And Bowser the noise. The one on the autism symbol is the noise. Oh, okay. That's also from Pizza Tower, I think. But yeah, it's a different character. And Bowser Jr. speaks autism to me, and his clown car is his emotional support. Is really good.
I just like him because he's like King Baby. I love a little shit, you know?
He
I love a
is.
little I'm the baby, gotta love me type motherfucker.
I'm the baby, gotta love me. Absolutely.
Yes. Very good shit.
All right, let's I think you had one pulled up, right?
Yeah, I got one pulled up. This one is from a friend of the show and a friend of real life, Lil Turbo Jr.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one is a really great collage of a lot of different kind of just visual aesthetics and references and like graphic kind of things. So there's a lot of good shit to go through here. There's a bumper sticker that says tree hugging dirt worshiper. There's the I'm a little seal girl from As Told by Ginger, that show. That scene on Nickelodeon, that scene really just was crushing. So very well picked. Next to her, there's a circle that says, I want attention. I can't take another day. I'm a nobody. None of this is real. I'm so sexy. I hate myself. I am a god. I wish I didn't exist. Super good.
I love
Daddy's little dad.
Yeah, yep. And I love the truck on there. The little I don't know what kind of truck that is specifically.
Is that a Chevy or something?
Yeah, but it's not the Ford F-150, but it's like return to small trucks.
Yeah, it's a 90s, 2000s, early 2000s pickup truck. Daddy's Little Daddy. Truck Sluts Mag is making trucks gay and reclaiming rural queer culture. There's like a 8-bit, like very beautiful drawing of like a person from the back with long hair. Looks like they're shirtless on like a little picnic blanket with a bicycle and some beers, some brewskis and a stump. It's this very beautiful summer scene.
Yeah.
There's this person in a kind of black camisole dress with like kind of fluffy hair. And the screen cap says, "You're the saddest looking slut I've ever seen." There's a graphic drawing of a cowgirl with a tear, and it says, "Even cowgirls get the blues." There's a Lavender Menace stencil art on a sidewalk of two lesbians making out.
I think that might be from a local artist. I think I've seen that artist before. Yeah. If it's who I'm thinking of.
I love it. There's Kristen Stewart in a truck in a tank top with hearts drawn over it.
I think that's Love Live is Bleeding. God, I need to see that. I haven't actually seen that.
Yeah. There's a headline, The Twilight Obsession and why I still kind of have it. Same. From a comic, a speech bubble saying, "You turbo slut."
Yeah. Damaged bottom on a taped up box. Yeah.
Yes, that's really good. There's a Birkenstock. There's the phrase "himbo next door." There's a car wash brush, a picture of it both closed and then spinning and opened.
Oh my god,
almost like a skirt
I didn't even
fanning out.
realize that was what that was. That's
And it
incredible.
says, "To be a woman is to perform." Very good. Very smart. There's Beaker from the Muppets screaming, holding a chainsaw, which is really good. There's a few other little illustrations. A woman is pointing a arrow into a portal, and so then the arrow comes back out of the portal behind her, and the blade of the arrow is pointed at the back of her own head. Really cool. There's like a little sad freak in the shower, looking pitiful,
Yeah.
drawing. There's a very early 2000s style cat with sports shades and a backwards hat and a striped t-shirt with a heart necklace.
Those wraparounds. Yep.
Sporty Spice. Willem Dafoe saying, I'm something of a fucking idiot myself. International Dumb Bitch Club. A carabiner with keys on some green jeans. Have you seen the Maddie, the the discourse about like 13-year-old lesbians buying a carabiner and wearing it with nothing on it?
Yes. Did we talk about that last week? Last week?
I
Because
can't
oh my god,
remember.
it's so funny. I don't
Yeah.
even know what to say about it, but it's just a very funny discourse.
It's just cute. I think it's sweet. Let the kids have fun. Like, yes,
Yeah,
they're a poser,
seriously.
but we're all posers. We all start out as posers. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
That's like, give that young woman a job and some keys to unlock her workplace, and you can help her blossom into the lesbian she was always meant to
I
be.
think that discourse was around what if they don't have keys and people being like,
Mhm.
who is a person that is old enough to be like sexually flagging? And that's just like doesn't need to be an adult. Like it's just like a
Yeah.
teen. Like, do you not have a house key? Like
Well, yeah, it's very it's weird. Again, butch being a working class identity, to be like, oh my god, this person's butch, but they don't have property that they can unlock access to.
ooh,
Wow.
yeah, that's real. That's really
Yeah.
real. Uh,
Just
My
a
okay, my question is it Futch or some intersection to have the carabiner on the purse, or is that just like on the exterior of the purse? Because that's a thing I've done for a long time, like not even as an intentional, like that's just how I had it because it was convenient. Is that
mhm.
is that gender? Is that anything?
I think it depends on the type of purse. I
Mm,
think the way you're styling it, sure, let's call that fudge. Um, I think, yeah, it has to be like a very functional bag,
yeah,
or like a very gay kind of bag. You
I
can't have
do.
it on a Telfar, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I would love to see somebody dressed butch with the carabiner, but then they have the like, the early 2000s billion like little Hello Kitty things and like all of
Yes.
those kind of like the little flail of phone things
Yes.
like that's
Soft butch flail.
yeah, that's gender for sure.
Yes. Um, yeah, very good shit. We have someone who is Futch written, and then there's like a smiley face with a flat mouth and like X out dead eyes over kind of a black and white image of like a woman's torso. We have an illustration of a little girl with pigtails hugging a big roach. We have Kyle MacLachlan in a trucker cap and a green sweater and a pretty lesbianic messenger bag, and it says, "Which lesbian are you?" over him.
Hmm.
We have some.
I'm assuming that was a meme where there was a different Kyle MacLachlan picture, and
Oh board.
this is the one that Little Turbo has chosen.
Yes. We have a drawing by Alison Bechdel of herself in very uncharacteristically feminine clothes, kind of a little bustier camisole one piece with a rose in between her lips and hairy legs in like leather like saddle shoes. Um, and I'm reading her book, The Secret to Superhuman Strength, right now. So cheers to that.
I
Little
need to
Turbo.
read, what is it? Dykes to Watch
Fun
Out.
Home. Oh,
Dykes
Dice
to
to Watch
Watch.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah, because every time I've seen like little parts of it, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. There's such a difference between Dykes to Watch Out For, which is like really just like fun cultural touchstone, very just transports you to like 90s crunchy lesbianism, and
Right.
then her memoirs, which are like the most cerebral, insane things, long, detailed, like hyper up its own ass complimentary, like discourses on like early developmental psychology research and attachment and suicide and all this stuff, and Patagonia catalogs, all this weird shit. um so good. Like she can do like a simple comic strip with some yucks, and then she can do like devastating, intense, obsessive shit at the same time. So
Ugh,
love that.
King.
We got, yes, total king. We got some boots. Not exactly
Th-
Timberlands, but kind of like hiking boot.
I think those are Tim's. I think those are
Those
Tim's.
are Tim's. Okay.
I think so.
Uh, yeah. There's a boy looking himself in the mirror in a suit that says, "Nobody can find out how much I need love." There's a woman running across a field in a dress and boots with a gun. Um, there's a really dark black teddy bear, kind of, can't really make out much other than his like nose in the photo, and it says, "I usually don't talk, but when I do, because when I do, it doesn't make any sense."
Yep.
There's a shadowy figure with a red hat, and there's some text on the red hat, and then there's like spooge coming out of them, out of their heart. And then there's some lesbians in loose pants and sweatshirts and hats, and like a black and white photo, kind of leaning on each other sportingly. Oh, and there's an illustration of a woman laying back in her car against the door, looking out at the stars.
I did double
And a
check
few other
that is
graphic
that those
images.
are Tim's. I
Oh,
double
okay.
checked the little tree logo on there is Timberlands.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay, that is Tim's. Okay, great. Um, so yes, very nice. And some of the images here are like really cut out like in little like shapes and kind of pasted in a fun little mosaic. So yeah, thank you, Lil Turbo.
Very 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 good.
Very good
Um
shit.
uh Descriptivist did ask, where did that go? Have you shared any thoughts on the advent of Dark Halamede? I don't know. I don't know. Did you see that on Twitter?
No, I decided I'm not using Twitter anymore.
That's
I'm
fair.
I'm making this announcement. The turning point for me was people going after House of Decline appearance this
Yeah.
week and calling her a Hun. I had decided in that moment this is a dark-sided and evil place, and I'm done. I would
That,
delete if I didn't want to keep my archive of shit, but I'm done with this evil.
yeah, that shit was really lame. Um it was like yeah, that shit is really lame. Um but yeah, it is fun. It's very fun. I don't know if I really have much to say. It's just another account that was Dark Halamede, who was, what if there was a Halamede who liked T for T, and liked incest.
Oh,
And
that's fun.
she's like a Fujoshi who's writing about T for T incest play, and she has a girlfriend, a wife who has a sister, and they have sex, and she's kind of a cuck about it. Halamede, but better. Uh, Hot take. I think it was very fun, very well done, to the point where I was wondering if it was just Halamede at first, because I wouldn't really have put it above the person who does Halamede. Um, uh, but yeah, I don't have it. I do. I'm glad you brought it up because here I can find, because the account did change her name, and I feel like there's like an associated bit that I don't understand. Like, I feel like it's a reference to something that I don't know, which would make sense. Uh But yeah, if you're following along on the Halloween saga, it's a fun account. Samari and slash Edemila, which is Halloween backwards.
Oh.
Very, very fun. Yeah, T for T is like incest. It is the act of coming together with someone who you feel like you have known your entire life, who understands you on a level that few others will ever attain in their lifetimes. Every day, more in the fact that I may never know what that feels like.
Oh my god.
Very funny. I don't have a lot to say about it other than it's very funny and good. And
That's fun.
yeah,
I'm glad people are still out here having fun, on
yeah.
this website.
The
Somebody's got to, please.
Halloween did finally get a blue sky. So if you want, okay, Samari, what is the reference? Do you know the reference descriptive is? Because I'm very curious what the. It seems like it is a reference, and she. Well, I probably shouldn't have that scroll through this Twitter without.
Yeah, it says NSFW. Yeah.
She tweets far too often for me to find the picture, but she posted a face reveal that was like seemed like a character from a thing, but that I didn't know who it was. But anyway, yeah, Halloween is just Halloween on Blue Sky. If you want your Halloween content and don't use Twitter, like you shouldn't, because it's bad. Anyway, let's keep going on. Let's keep going on. I did really like, just as a single image, Tough Toots showed this. I'm a Delicate and Savage Beast, and this.
That's a freak of the week right there.
That's a freak of the week. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of these like flower mimicking praying mantises, we could just do a whole. But yeah, let's get the music in there. Freak of the week is this Delicate and Savage Beast.
It's interesting how it's somehow even creepier than, say, like a regular praying mantis. Like it's like.
Do you find them creepy?
Oh yeah, like a praying mantis one time was on my car back when I was allowed to drive, and it made eye contact with me.
They do that. It looked at you.
It knew me. Yeah, it knew me. It was
yeah.
And I threw a chapstick at it and it flew off.
No, that's so funny you have that reaction, because I have met. I haven't found one. I met it. It came to me, and I met praying mantis. And it looked, because they fucking look at you, and it's the fact that they have heads that move, and their eyes. No, that is not at all the way I feel about it. I feel about it like it's like, oh hi, who are you? I'd like to meet you. And it looks like it would shake my hand, like I could shake its little hand, and it's got like, they usually have the like scent, like, because they have the big eyes, but they have like little. Like, it looks like they have little dots in the center of them. Yes, intelligence and intention, absolutely. And it's the way that their heads can move and look at you. That is so, I have the opposite reaction to them. I love them. I want a praying mantis friend. I've like questioned whether I can like, can I buy praying mantis eggs or something so that I can like have a pet, because they're so cool. They're just so fucking cool.
Oh, see, this is the difference between you and I with the whole like empathy things. like it's too intimate. Like it gave me autism in that moment when I saw that praying mantis at 19. It was too like, I mean, don't look at me like that. What are we?
I really like them. You can keep them as pets if I remember correctly. I should look into that, because I really, really love praying mantises. Talk about a thing that could go on my gender mood board. We got one from Medkit, made a mad rush to finish this for the stream, and I think this will become a forever project. Lol. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I saw Pretty Hate Machine on there, and I had to.
Hell yes.
It's really good.
Oh my god, the knife. Yes, I love the knife so much. One of my favorite artists of all time.
Is this another Nine Inch Nails cover? This looks really familiar. It might be another one. We got another howl. Um, I like that this
Got
is
Weird
just.
Al.
I like that this is. It's occurring to me that this is just another like dollhouse. Like this is another
Mhm.
iteration of the dollhouse. Is just like this. Uh, um. Yeah. We got some. We got this. Yeah. This is very U coded. We have this.
Yes.
What is
Oil slick kind
oh,
of
right next to
iridescence.
Gengar.
Love it.
Uh. Different parts of you will want different things. With this Cerberus dog is really good. This beautiful boy. I don't actually know. Is that a boy or a butch? I don't know. I don't think I could ID any of the people on here that I know. Almost any of the people on here that I know as beautiful boys or butches. His name is Yata Nakamoto. He's from the K-pop group NCT. With the
Hell
pink
yeah.
ukulele. Yeah, this beautiful Suzuki like looks like a motorcycle jacket. Absolute like 80s motorcycle jacket. Absolutely gorgeous. Um and we got some kind of beautiful cosmic looking stone.
Is that a bloodstone?
Maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh some kind of beautiful iridescent bird. Dude, but like romantically. Question mark.
Mhm.
Another beautiful, possibly K-pop boy. Stone is fire opal, one of my birthstones. Very cool. Hello
Sick.
Kitty ukulele on the K-pop boy. Um, Pride and Alchemy is really good. With somebody with top surgery scars. Bottom left is boy is 10 Chitap Chipop Chitafon, also from the K-pop group NCT. Opal.
I love the art behind him too.
Actually wanted an opal for my wedding ring, but I basically I went to this rock store, and he helped me find my wedding ring. I was gonna buy it from him, and he ended up just like sending me a link and not charging me for the like 4 hours of like two, maybe not that long, like 2 hours of like help he gave me, which was really cool. World of Rocks in Ipsy, if you're in the area, is
Mm,
just amazing. Go there. And that's where I got
love that place.
my beautiful wedding ring that uh my beautiful wedding ring that is actually, oh my god, my nouns are so bad I don't know what the stone is. It's color changing. Oh, I don't know, but it's black titanium, and yeah, it's a stone that it actually changes color. It'll be like blue or purple or red, depending on the color. Amethyst. Thank you.
That's so cool.
It's lab made
Nice.
amethyst.
That's sick.
Um, but yeah, there's gender
I
kills
love
my.
that chain.
That chain is extremely
That
good.
iridescent chain.
Yeah, that this like light iridescent, like pearlescent, is really good.
That shit.
There's this Mimikyu. Got a Mimikyu, multiple Pokemons. Gender kills my vibe. That looks so much like that 90s like grunge aesthetic that is just so good. Uh
Surge.
yeah,
Surge
yeah.
can.
Uh let me seeing if I should have thrown in Felix from Stray Kids on here, my mullet inspo, but I forgot. Um It took all my strength not to include more Pokemon, specifically Rotom. Oh, that'd be a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Medkip. Any? Oop, Blizzard. Go. What?
Battle.net.
Why did you? Why did you do that? I don't even have any games installed in that fucking app. Anyway, um, yeah. Please, if you have any more, who these people are and such. Um,
There's some boots covered in slime. That's really
oh, I
cool
think that's
on
Moss.
here. Oh, it's moss. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
really good. I could have just moss in
Oh
general.
yeah,
I could have put on here, but that's really, really good. Uh,
that's
yeah, I
beautiful.
really vibe with that. I what is that? I don't. Oh, a hat that says I don't work here.
Nice.
Uh, Weird
It's
Al
like a
in a
burn
really good
CD.
shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who is
Oh, that's
this?
the Umbrella Academy, the
Oh,
little
the umbrella.
bisexual one.
The umbrella
Yeah,
should have tipped me off. Um,
yeah, he's great.
uh, yeah, who is this?
Klaus, yes.
Klaus. Who is this? Oh no, we said that's another. That's
Yeah, that's another
another.
NCT boy. Yeah.
Yeah, really good, really good. A CD that says I thought. What does that say? I think about kissing you a lot. I thought it said
Mhm.
killing you, which is the opposite vibe.
Oh, that would be good too, though.
CDs that just also that pearlescent, opalescent kind of shit.
Yes.
Um, and then the only thing I think I haven't mentioned is this down here, which is I can't quite read those, but
But they're like stones, right?
yeah, I think so.
Cross sections of like stones.
Hmm.
Beautiful.
Very good work here. Very good work
Uh,
here.
yes. Very, very similar tastes you and I have, Medkit.
And then looks like you have another one pulled up. Did we
Yes.
do this one last time?
No, we did not.
Okay.
This is from Crumbly Collagen. Uh, and this is a whole scene that they've kind of created.
It's a dollhouse.
Uh,
This is literally could be in the dollhouse. I didn't even think about that. Oh,
yes. Uh, it's a whole pool party scene. So there's this like kind of painting, kind of watercolor mountains, green hills, and then there's a pool with a bunch of people in it and around it,
including
um,
you.
including
I
me.
think that's a
Yeah,
screenshot from our show, right? Am I
yeah,
crazy?
that's a stream.
I think
That
that's like one of
definitely
the
is.
early streams.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Oh,
Um,
incredible.
so I'm exhaling, and next to me is I think Daniel Radcliffe in a
Yeah.
hat that says orgasm, and he's got the joint, and I am next to him exhaling. So we're having a little moment together. That's very
Uh-huh.
cute.
Really good.
There's a backpack and some pool noodles, and in the pool there's a because there's props in here too. There's
This
a
is
rubber
so
duck.
good.
There's a Rubik's cube, a pool floaty. There's a guy in underwear, whitey tighties, swimming underneath the water.
I think yeah, that
There's
looks
just
like that looks like part of the painting. It looks like it's a painting of a pool, and that
mm-hmm.
is, yeah. I think the backdrop looks like it's part of it too. So I think that guy is part of it, and I think and the pool and the backdrop, and I think that's the painting that
Yeah.
this has been that was used. Yeah.
Yeah. And then is this Malcolm in the Middle? No, it's not Malcolm in the Middle.
No, I think it
The
might.
dad and the kid.
I think it
Is
might
it a
just be.
Disney Channel?
Oh, maybe. I was wondering if it was just stock. It looks really.
No, this is a show. This is
Is
from a
it?
show. Yeah, the kid I recognize, but I can't remember what like TV show it's from. But it's a dad holding a kid sideways, and the kid's holding a playground ball. If anybody knows what show that is, put it in the chat because it's on the
I'm gonna
tip of my
Google.
tongue.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google Lens it. See if that brings it up.
Yeah, it's something Malcolm in the Middle esque. Then we have a hand with like a kind of a metal ring that loops above and below the knuckle.
Oh, I searched for this and I got results for people are limited. So
Well, it's pretty
apparently,
blurry.
no, I think it's saying it doesn't want me to reverse image search a person because it could just be like like a random person I'm trying to find more pictures of. Like it doesn't realize it's a celebrity,
Oh,
so it thinks it's just a random
right.
person that which doesn't mean that it's not a celebrity, but that's interesting. I'd never seen that
No,
before.
yeah. Maybe they added that recently. Yeah, that kid. I have seen that kid. It's Lindsay. It's Lizzie McGuire. That's what it is. This is from Lizzie McGuire. That's Lizzie McGuire's little
Mm.
brother and dad. Um. So Disney Channel show.
The ring is a
There's
finger splint. It's for stopping your joints from overextending and hurting all the time.
sick. It's
Prevent
also
overextension.
aesthetic as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Which I did learn recently that I'm hypermobile, so I need those. Apparently, that's not normal.
You
Shit.
write about autism and disability, and I mean, you know that's a thing.
Okay.
Our other friend Jet Vector, when I was in Chicago, our other friend Jet Vector fucking came over and was like, "Hey, did you know if you could do this, it's bad?"
Did you know if you could do this, or bend over completely and touch the floor without bending anything, that you're fucked? I also learned,
Yeah, this is go on. Yeah.
Stretching is bad for you if you do this stuff. So your knees hurt all the time, and you think, "Oh, I'm just going to stretch it out. I'm just going to stretch my leg." But it turns out because your joint is lower from the socket from where it's supposed to be, your tendons pull even harder to try and pull the joint back into place when you stretch, and so it makes it more tight. So what you have to do is stabilization exercises instead. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, this is important. This is important because I am just about fucking positive that there is going to be someone who watches this and realizes they're hypermobile. Okay, let's take a minute to do a fucking PSA. Let me see if I can find that image.
It's like a 9 point. It's only like a 5-question thing. Hypermobility measure. We could like do it right now.
Yeah, do it. That's so important.
Yes.
Okay,
so the first one
test.
is just if your pinky can go past like 90 degrees. That's 1 point for each pinky. So 2 points right there.
Okay, here, let me bring it up. So I have the how do you pronounce it?
Ehlers-Danlos.
Yeah, so we got fifth finger slash pinkies. Test both sides. Rest palm of the hand and forearm on a flat surface with palm side down and fingers out straight. Can the fifth finger be bent slash lifted upwards at the knuckle to go back beyond 90 degrees? If yes, add 1 point for each hand.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs.
This one is the thumb.
Oh, that's wild, Devin. That is wild.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
Did you think that was okay, I think I'm like particular.
Is this good?
I this is great because I think I'm particularly inflexible. I have been my whole life. I mean, look at this. This is what I can do.
Oops.
Elbows.
Oh, that goes bad. That looks really bad in the camera. What the
fuck? Knees.
It's so over. It's so
spine.
With the knees too. And I do that all the time. So I'm a 9 out of 9. I'm fucked. But here's the thing. I always just ruled out EDS categorically because I don't have the stretchy skin. I don't bruise easily. I don't have any of the like health issues. All I have, I don't have EDS, but I do have hypermobility, which is, also comorbid with autism, but they don't always go together.
Yes, Smargotopia has linked this in the chat. So yes, so if you just do it, like just take a second and do that. PSA.
And you might need to be
if you do find out some stuff. If you do find out from this stream, please let us know. I would love to know that we helped someone in this way.
Right. Yeah, and it really isn't. All of this is also part of the social construction of like health, because it's like 10 to 20% of people are hypermobile. Like it's really
Right.
common, actually. It's what they've defined as normal that's like very restrictive. So it's not honestly the end of the world. It's not honestly like it's
But
fine, but like
it does mean that
it's
there are certain
useful.
things that yeah, it doesn't yeah, it's not even that abnormal like you were saying, but um oh, the PDF above. Okay, so this is actually a different thing. The PDF above differential hypermobile spectrum disorder Byton score positive from EDS.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So what we just looked at is just hypermobility. To have EDS, typically there's a bunch of other stuff going on, digestive stuff, stretchy skin, velvety feeling skin, bruising easily. There's a couple different ways it can look, but
Yeah, Lena Mel says the most common subtype of EDF, hypermobile EDS or HEDS, doesn't necessarily have the symptoms of classic EDS. So
okay,
they're saying you still could
good to
have
know.
it and just
Great.
not have
I
those
also am
classic
like,
symptoms.
I'm also like, I don't have IBS. I just fucking lock in. I just roll with it.
Well, IBS is
There's a lot.
interesting because I've been doing some research, and basically there was some clinician that I was reading that it's like, oh yeah, IBS isn't a thing. Like IBS is just we have a disease, you have some kind of that's a symptom of something that a doctor hasn't found yet. Like
Mm-hmm.
so much of the time IBS is like just a way to be like, oh, it's like effectively um like uh hysteria, right? It's just like, oh, it's just
Right.
a thing, right? Like it's a bunch of symptoms, right? Like IBS doesn't have a cause, and so it's like, yeah, you probably
Right.
have something that
But who knows? Yeah.
no one has taken the time to fucking figure out. Um
Mm-hmm.
Symptom
There's
syndrome, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Syndrome never is really diagnostic. Like a syndrome can
Right.
always be, from anything. Um, but so like there's this phenomenon where a lot of disabilities are correlated because of accessing healthcare.
Right.
Basically, that a person who access healthcare is then therefore more likely to get diagnosed with other stuff. And I have like the opposite thing where it's like I'm not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
So I have the there's nothing wrong with me. My child is fine disease, but I do that to myself.
Yeah, I won't tell the whole story here, but I have a doctor that has been really great for like 10 years in a lot of ways, but basically did a combination diagnosis trans broken arm syndrome in one.
Mm.
And it's because she doesn't want to admit the first time I talked to her about long COVID, like over a year ago, as a possibility for why I'm suddenly disabled. She almost walked out of the room, which she had never done before. So I'm gonna have a
Wow.
conversation with my doctor about that in a couple weeks. So you want to give me some advice? That's the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about it more. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Friend of the show photo is probably a good person to talk
yeah.
to
We've
because
talked a little, and uh, I need to get back to them. Um,
yeah, self-advocacy in the doctor is such a delicate tightrope because there is so much. It sucks
it's okay. I'm
how
gonna
they
be
hate being
real. I'm
challenged.
really good at it, and it's still
Mhm.
and this long COVID stuff is fucking intimidating. Like I have been in the psych ward a bunch of times. My brother I've talked about how Ben was fucking like super disabled, and no doctors wanted to help him, and he had all these fucking problems that like tardive dyskinesia because they fucking put him on medication when he was put him on like Ativan when he was like fucking 5 or whatever, all this shit. Like I grew up with that shit. Like I'm really good at fucking advocacy. Like I've been a trans woman in inpatient psych like a bunch of times. Like I'm really good
Mhm.
at self advocacy, and fucking long COVID shit is still extremely intimidating to me, to like
Mhm.
the advocacy you have to do with it. It's fucking yeah. Anyway, um
Yeah.
anyway, let's we don't have a ton more time, so let's try and get I'd love to get through a couple more of these before we get
Okay.
too
I'll wrap
far.
this one up quick then.
Oh yeah, do we still have
Um,
some
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. We got distracted in the middle here.
Yeah. So there's a bonfire. We got Tinky Winky, and it says dump him on his chest. And there's like a Denny's Benedict meal. I know for a fact that's a fucking Denny's.
Yep. I wouldn't
There's
have.
some emojis.
I didn't clock that, but you saying it, I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely, absolutely, that's what that is.
Sidebar: don't get the Benedicts at Denny's. I had one after Fur Fest, and it wrecked me. It was, again, I don't have IBS, but
Don't
eat
put
at
in the
Denny's.
newspaper that I have IBS.
No, I just shit and then I move on. Then there's Troy Sivan on his knees taking a
Oh.
microphone in the mouth. There is the first disabled international Mr. Leather
Oh
here on
wow.
his wheelchair, going downhill.
See,
There's Alan Cumming.
this is why you're the expert, that you could just clock that. That's great.
It's very fortuitous that we were just at the Leather Museum and Archive, and then I was going through one of their books on the competition.
Hell
Otherwise,
yeah.
I probably wouldn't have recognized that. And then there's Alan Cumming from Cabaret, the superior Cabaret performance. Fuck Eddie Redmayne.
That shit got discourse.
Shit.
That was.
That did.
Oh
There's
man.
video essays. And it's the son from The Ring that Samara sees from the well. So that's a really fun detail. So a beautiful tableau here. Thank you so much. I think it was Crumbly Collagen for making this.
Yeah, let's see. Let me pick another one here. Oh, here's a good one. Tryptophobia warning. Is that the word?
Yeah.
For some lotus flowers. Oh, this is the same image that was on another one. I love all the overlap. Like, there's the overlap here is fun. Like, I feel like I could write a paper about our audience's gender based on all of the things, like all of the overlap between all this stuff.
Yeah, we could make an averaged out gender mood board that would represent the average viewer.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I don't know a lot on here. I love this sad clown with the knife next to it. Just the colors on here are really good. There's definitely some Hannibal. This is Hannibal Man, right?
Wait, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, that's Will Graham.
And that too.
Several Will Grahams.
Yeah, is this also Will Graham? I think
there's like 3 Will Graham here. Yeah.
Yeah. This. I don't know what this sad little cat is.
He's standing up.
He's like, Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox.
Yeah, brother, my Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Hannibal Man does whatever a cannibal can. Absolutely Quarian.
Oh, I'm sorry. This in the chat, Adrian1614 said we could all submit gender image to the collective collage. Oh, it's the doll bracket again.
That is just the dollhouse. That is just the doll.
Yes.
Oh, we did interrupt. When we were talking about that pool gender one that we were just looking at. There should be a pool in the dollhouse. Like, that's like such an obvious addition. Is a fucking pool. Yes. So, and I feel like I need to hit up I need that person, the person who made that last one, to just send me all of the prompts all of the props that they put in there. Yeah. Very, very cool makeup with an extra eye going on there. I don't know what any of this shit is. It's all just really good. There's 2 frogs on a leaf.
They're so cute.
Yeah, there's some mushrooms. There's the lotus flowers. This picture was on that other one, I think.
Oh yeah, the spooge coming out of the chest.
Uh-huh.
What does it mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I can describe any of this other stuff. It's just very good. Very, very good. Oh, you got another one?
Yeah, this is from Julian, aka Chicago, noted Banivator. We have is that Veronica Mars, right? Um, we have Hobbs
Ho-
from Calvin and Hobbes.
Hobbs is really good. Hobbs is really good.
Over like a slide of a cell. An antique lamp with like beautiful lace and beads hanging off of it. Grommet
Yes.
or Wallace. I can't remember which one's which, but there's two of the dog,
I
three of
think
the dog from Wallace and Gromit.
I think it's Gromit.
Okay. The sexy duck from New York Central Park.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
the like, I think it's like, forgive me, I think it's like Oriental mallard or something like that, but it's the hot duck. Um, Beautiful illustration of from like the 20s or something. Um, oh,
Thank you. I don't have my I don't know where
I didn't see it.
my
But
my Twitch window disappeared, but thank you whoever
thank you
sent
for
it.
the follower, the subscription. Um, yeah, but yeah, this beautiful vintage drawing of a woman by candlelight with her collie dog.
Oh, it's
There's
Gavity.
those little.
It's Gavity Gravity Gav. Thank you.
Oh, Gav, hello, thank you.
19
Also,
months.
welcome to
That's
Chicago.
crazy. That's
That's dope.
wild.
Yes. There's a Lily of the Valley vintage perfume. God, that looks gorgeous. You know that shit stinks. Um,
Yeah,
this
there's a lot of what is that art style that is on there? Cuz that thing on the far
Art
left is,
Nouveau,
yeah, Art Nouveau,
right?
which is really
Mm-hmm.
really strong.
Yeah. And then like lots of cellular imagery. These are like little plushies of different like disease cells, salmonella, pneumonia, Ebola.
Over like
There's a
coral reef in the background there too.
yes, and like a little clay sculpture of a humanoid creepy figure. I don't know which musician this is, um, but
A
it's
sexy one.
very it's a sexy one with a open blouse and like a long necklace, very 70s rocker style. And then this man's ass coming out of some really short, filthy jean shorts
I I
and some
can
Tims.
feel myself like grabbing that ass, right? Like
I know.
and like smell it, like not like the smell of his ass, but the smell of the jeans and the dirt. You know what I mean? Like
And the
there's
car oil.
yes, there's a visceral, like everything about that image is really tactile, sensory to me. Like I can smell
Yes.
it.
That man's dirty.
Yeah,
Um, There's another claymation figure,
that guy is
vaguely
wild, very
humanoid.
cool.
Yeah, really cool. I've not seen whoever this artist is. I have not seen this before. Some kind of glass cellular kind of sculptures. A guy with a long kind of curly hair and a ponytail. Another duck. Really
Sevo 2,
cool.
is this yours? They said the brand of the microbes is called Giant Microbes,
Oh
and
no, this is Chicago's.
oh right, you said that.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, giant microbes. Yeah, I've seen this one before. Very cute. Yeah. So thank you, Julian, for that.
Really really good. Very powerful.
Yes, nice
Um
combo.
I feel like we've talked so much about the dollhouse. I feel like do we want can we put I I think we've gotten through a lot unless there was one that you knew for sure that we missed because I was just thinking when I was making my gender mood board, um uh I I grabbed a picture of Trinity Matrix, and then I removed BG'd it, and so now it's just perfect doll, and I think we need to put Trinity Matrix in the dollhouse, and we should have some
Sure.
and we should have just a moment of dollhouse time because this is really, I think this is our show's gender mood board. It's
Yes. It is. The show's gender. That's so true.
Yeah, this is the show's gender mood board. I feel like we get caught in certain rooms and keep coming back to them. And part of me wants to go away from that, but another part of me knows that Trinity Matrix needs to be in the drawing room with Xena and Diana and all of them. And maybe she needs the Tetsuya Yamagami, is that his name? The device that killed Shinzo Abe. Maybe she needs to have that. Maybe she needs to wield that.
Sure, yeah, doing that with bullet time, assassinating Shinzo Abe in bullet time is
Yes.
very strong.
So let's get Trinity Matrix in there. Is that how tall she is? That's how tall she feels.
She's tall. She's a tall woman. Let's keep her tall. That's fun.
Oh,
she's literally in the guts of the house.
Let's make her a little smaller, but I think how is she actually tall? Is Carrie Ann Moss? Is that her name? She's one of those people that I think I look kind of like her, and so that's part of why she's so gender for me. Yeah, she's gonna be very tall, and she's gonna be over here with Xena and the girls, and oops, I didn't mean to make that bigger. Let's give her the gun. I think we can make it look like she's holding it, right? Yeah.
Yes, very good. Yeah, can we put it like behind her?
Yeah.
Or is that too complicated with all the fucking layers?
Oh no, yeah. No,
oh yeah.
Oh, actually,
I forgot about the Margarita Tower.
Yeah, the Marg Tower.
Oh yeah, maybe in her other hand would it be?
Yeah. Then it could be behind her and not behind her back. Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
Or should it be? Yeah, like. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, now that kind of works. Yeah, perfect.
That's perfect. Oh, she's so cool. She's so cool. She's plotting that with Diane.
So good. Of course, another Marg Tower.
Yeah, another Marg Tower. Oh, 5'9".
So insane.
So she's tall, but not crazy tall.
She could work on it.
Yeah,
she could be taller.
Those boots probably have some lift. I have to imagine they got a heel on them. It's for so is Agnes Callard part of the show's gender? Terrifying, and absolutely
no doubt.
She is. Yes, she is.
No doubt. Yes, we claim her proudly.
Yes. Let's get Jerma a little bit out. He's blocking your old man.
Yes, Ronald.
I want to play in here more, just in general, and I don't really know. I just want to put these guys in situations, but I don't know what situations to put them in. You know what I mean? Like
we could have them like act out. We could each play a character and like have them have a conversation and role play them.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Scenarios.
Okay, I could literally make it so that you could be physically controlling one of them. Like if you had your Discord like streaming to me with like a green background, and then you could be having like playing with one while I'm also playing with one. Like literally, we could like have them act out little scenes.
That would be amazing.
I just realized I didn't delete. I put the Marg Tower in the kitchen, and then I moved it in here. So there's multiple Marg Towers.
Boys and a girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's not a boys' room. We got what's her name from?
Lunaterra. Halmead's ex.
No. Yeah, this is just the kitchen. Maybe they're working in the kitchen preparing the Marg Towers for the ladies upstairs.
Yeah. I think Link is Link is still protecting Lunaterra from Dr. Powers and his terrifying cat.
Turbocharged cats.
We also still have us up here. I always forget that we're here because we're still so tiny.
We're so small.
We're so small.
We're so.
Should we put ourselves bigger?
I like us being small.
It is really
I think
funny.
it's very humble.
Yeah, we don't want to pull focus from the other people in the room.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we still got Marcel and Ringo.
Ringo Starr.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh.
uh um Smeagol was in here talking to Jerry, but then we moved Jerry and now he's just we're just
He's just
storing
alone
him.
with the Kinkajou that controls his brain.
He's
Like
in cold
Ratatouille.
storage.
Well, we can put some other like wretched creature up there when we have another one.
Yeah, I really want to do one of the things that I wanted to do for the dollhouse is do a freak of the week and then put the freak in there, and we just haven't done a freak of the week in so long. It's been so long. There may be new viewers who haven't even seen it. We need to do a freak of the week soon.
Yeah,
it's just hard.
that's
3 hours is not enough for these topics, because we get into so many good tangents.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, the fucking Yowie car. Yes.
we need a garage, and we also need a pool. Tall Wolf, is that that's definitely a persona of mine. Maned wolves. Oh, I love maned wolves. But yeah, do we have any props or anything we want to put in there, or before with our last
gosh,
couple minutes? Let me see if anybody's put any good props.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is really good. Oh, I have to remember how to use. Oh, that's really good, Waluigi Bowser. I made my own dollhouse. Oh, that's so
cute.
good.
Oh, that's really sweet.
This needs to
They're
go.
all the genders. Yeah, put it in the children's playroom.
Yep. This needs to go. Let me remove BG that.
That's also just a very smart idea for gender mood board style.
Oh yeah. Is it saying it's not supported? Is that a WebP maybe?
Digby passed out. I love Digby on the floor like fucking Peter Griffin getting beat up. Quarian says, "Yo, dog, I heard you like dollhouses. So I put a dollhouse in your dollhouse so you can play while you play."
Yes. Okay, literally, it's not a thing I can do fast enough to do on yeah, it's doing Family Guy death pose. It's not a thing I can do fast enough to do on stream, but so like right now when you zoom in on things, it like gets blurry, but I can do things. If I take some time, I can like cut it out and I can make it so like we could hypothetically zoom in forever on stuff. So yes, I can literally put a dollhouse in there that we could then zoom in on and put other dolls in there. Like that is definitely a plan.
Yeah, that's so crazy that it works like that and it doesn't just fucking crash and die.
I mean, eventually, I'm sure it would, but
eventually it will.
Hold on. Oh, I got so many. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Oh, no, let me do top left. Is that where you are? Yes, that's where you are. There we go. Put you right in there.
Yes, look at that. That's so cute.
Ugh. Yeah, right in there. Where does it need to go? Yep, there is the other dollhouse. So it can go right next to the dollhouse that is in the original image. So good.
Dolls on dolls on dolls.
Dolls on dolls on dolls. Oh, so important.
Good
Um.
shit.
All right. Let's get y'all out of here. Thank you everybody so much for joining us. This was a really
Thank
fun
you.
one. Sorry we
Oh,
didn't get if we didn't get to your sorry we didn't get to oh yeah, that's true. Waluigi Bowser did kind of cheat and get
like 90 characters into the dollhouse.
yeah. So if you find a way to cheat and get your character in there, I fully approve of that.
Yeah, we have not exactly been hewing to rules.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
our
no,
own
I
hastily
think it
slapped together.
I think it does pass the rules. It's just, it's a little
Yeah,
loophole there.
yeah. Grandfathered in, as it were. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for all the work you put into making these beautiful gender mood boards.
Yeah.
Stunning artistic work and self-expression. And keep on sharing them with us. Playlists, images, whatever you do. It's been really, really cool to look at.
Yes, and if please join the Discord. If someone wants to put a link in there, join our Discord and go look at all of the ones that are in the Time Theft Today channel. If you're watching you're watching a VOD from sometime in the future, go to the Time Theft Today Discord channel, and today is 8/9/24, so you can just scroll back in that channel to 8/9/24 and you'll see them.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah,
yeah,
and we may revisit this or like just make it a thing where we share ones people post periodically. So feel free to keep on sharing.
yeah,
Goodness.
we honestly, it's funny because I feel like we actually have a bunch of segments that are like, if we don't know what else to do, we could do this. And we never
Yeah,
do them because we have too many things we want to talk
we
about.
have too many things to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be a great, let's just look at one.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
Let's see who's streaming. Um I'm going to raid someone. I haven't actually watched their stream, but they're a partner of a mutual I have. And I'm assuming they're going to be cool.
So they're a meta mutual. A
Do you
mutual
also
more.
do this? Okay, random trans women will follow me or follow me back, and then we're mutuals, and then they will be like, follow my 3, 4, 5 girlfriends, and I'll be like, okay, you're somebody.
Wait.
Like, and then I'll do it, and then I just have like, literally I have like more than a handful of people I follow, and are usually like mostly like mutuals with me that are just they're like yeah, like metamorphs of mutual, like for a mutual, like just they're just like a bunch of people that I'm mutuals with because they're follower. Like I'll just be following in a whole polycule, and I'll be like, part of me feels weird about this, but also I want to make friends online, and this seems like a good way to do it. So
yeah. Wait, so do they actually tell you to follow their girlfriend, or you just see it on their dash and you're like, okay.
Sometimes I'll just see they'll like reblog them, but usually it's like, follow my girlfriend. Like,
that's crazy.
You haven't seen that?
I've never. Yeah. Wait, is it a post they make, or they message you and say that?
Oh no! It's like a post they send. They post.
Oh,
they make.
okay. Yeah, I've seen
It's
that.
not like they're saying. Yeah,
okay.
It's not like they're telling me specifically. Most of these people, I only like. I'm really bad at DMing with people that I'm mutuals with. So these aren't people I've really mostly even talked to. They're just like, they'll post like, follow my mutual or follow my girlfriend, and I'm like, sure, yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Let's send a raid. This is Beowulf, and she's playing Backpack Hero, which seems fun. I've heard
Cool.
it's a little indie game about resource management mostly, I think, that I've heard good things about. So,
Cool.
all right. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. Be
Yeah, thanks
nice
for being here,
be nice in
everyone.
the raid, and we'll catch you on the flip.
Yep. See y'all soon.